Welcome to the channel. I'm Radio Jonesy, and let's just check out that weather. Oh man, we've had a mixed array today. We've had sunshine, blue sky, cloud, rain, and then it recycled. We had sunshine, blue sky, cloud, and rain. Yes, I'm just coming in, waiting for a few people to join. And yeah, look at that weather. Absolutely good for the garden. Everything's pretty dry. What have we got over here? Hey, Planet Jonesy. Good to see you, mate. It is nice and cool. It's, what is it here, about 18 Celsius. A bit of rain's coming in, which has just arrived. Let me do this, do that, go there. Content. Okay. Yes, mate, that big dark cloud has just come over. We have blue sky and sunshine. It's a very low tide at the moment. I was just umming and ahhing whether to go down the beach and film. Um, it's like everything here. You be prepared when you go out. You either go out to the beach with a raincoat and sunscreen. But we are talking Tasmania, and I thought I might find this wonderful person floating around. Low tide means you find things right. It is absolutely, going good. Just thought I'd pop in on this time slot. It is a Sunday afternoon for me, just gone 3:13 p.m. Yeah. Our computer's giving me a little bit of grief. And when I say old computer, definitely not mucking around. It's well past its use by date. Okay. We're rolling. Good to see you popping in, Kyle. Let me check my audio while you're talking audio. Default. Don't want them. I want them. Okay. We should be cooking with gas. Yeah, welcome in, everyone. And it is a beautiful Sunday. Let me just get this. Copy. Just see if one of the regulars wants to pop up. Only the regulars. But Yeah, it has been fantastic. Talk a bit of YouTube tonight or this afternoon. And we'll just change camera. There we go. There's that little camera right there, looking out the window, doing its thing. Hey, Whistle Stop. Good to see you, mate. And happy birthday for the other day. Good to see you're helping Eddie out today. That was fantastic. And, ooh, it's close up. All right. You're right to go. Okay. There we go. Welcome in. This is Shawnee Grows. Welcome to the live.
Good evening from a above zero Minnesota. I finally can say it's warm out.
Above zero. Well, how do you go there, like with the snow, then the ice and the snow and the ice and the snow and the ice? Is it that like mushy, or is it like rock hard, or is it when you're out and about?
So we go through all of that back and forth. So our current state is a light powder on top of an ice layer. And so if we get above 32 degrees for a little bit, everything melts and gets slushy and then gets hard and freezes. And then it just snows on top of that. And you just repeat that pattern until it turns into mud. And then the grass grows.
Nice. I love the mud situation. No, I don't really. But when I was watching Gary at Junk to Gems, he put a bunch of rock down over the mud. Like he's had mud his whole YouTube life. I've been watching, and he put some rock down, and the ice is sort of melting a bit there in Arkansas. And he said, "Look at this! I'm walking on icy rocks. It's not icy mud, and it's not going to be mud. Hopefully, when it all melts." I don't know whether the mud will come through the rock but anyway, it seems like he's on a winner. So how's life been going for Shawnee Grows? What's been going on? I've sort of seen a few of your smaller videos, but I haven't seen haven't seen.
Okay, so what I've been working on is getting the seed bag laid out and putting each seed in its month planting box because I sort them by when they go out, whether that's indoors or outdoors. So April, May, June, etc. I've been writing the list of what I still need to buy. I actually placed 3 seed orders this week, so a future seed haul video will be happening. And I do have a mystery box from Small House Farms to open on a future live stream when I can find time to do that. We have been working on our indoor garden. I have a tomato plant that is way too big for February, but we're going to rock it. And then I have onions and celery that I put in the soil to try and get them started. Other than that, I have not wrote out the blueprint or the game plan or anything. I'm just collecting things at this point, and then we'll throw them somewhere when we can.
Well, it is the hibernation time of year where you live. I'm assuming it's a beautiful
Yeah.
shorts and t-shirt weather here. Usually today it doesn't look that great, but we've had a few. Well, give it an hour and the weather will change again here. We just had a rain band come in that watered the plants or sprinkled them anyway. Yeah, no,
Well,
I've
that's
got.
good that you got rain.
Yeah, the grass is terrible. Everyone's grass is dead, and the wallabies are everywhere during the day now because they're usually nocturnal, but my neighbour across the road is complaining that they're in her yard. She's never had them in her yard for years, and They ate her whole garden. She's really upset. But they've jumped down, walked around the side of the house, jumped over a little sort of fence, and devoured the garden. But the reason is there's no grass for them to eat. It's all dead. It's all dry. It's all
Okay, so
yellow.
did your grass fall over then like you wanted it to?
It's not 100%. It's at this weird angle at the moment. It's sort of crossing each other and still holding itself up. But I did go up there with the weed whacker. I better say that because you'll understand that. Then a whippersnipper, and I cut about half of it. I'll probably do some more of that tomorrow. But we've got two wallabies in the backyard and two big rabbits I can't get rid of. They're causing more grief than the wallabies. But they're all searching for food. That's what they're doing. It's sort of
Right. Are you gonna put some water out for them? Is that a
I
thing
don't,
there?
I don't know. I've never done that for the wildlife. Maybe I should. I don't know. Don't want to make them too comfortable. I left the side gate open yesterday, so like the grass out the front is a little bit better than the grass out the back. So I left the side gate open for them to work their way down and get out, because if they don't seem to be leaving the way they got in, which I went up and checked the fence line. It looks pretty good. But anyway, long story short, they chose to stay at the back. I see good old Andy's got some bushfires and things going on up his way.
Well, if you do put water out for them, can you put like a trail camera in front of it and then film whatever comes to drink the water?
The little one, there's a little baby one. It's about as big as, it's about a third of the size of Charlie. So it's tiny. And it's jumped, like it's out of the pouch. And the mum goes one way and he'll do 1,000,000 miles an hour and he bounds like 6-foot jumps. He just bang and then he's just having fun discovering the joy of being alive, I'm assuming. And he's running around having a great old time. So it's sort of fun watching them at the moment because they're not coming into the garden. But when they do, it'll be. You take care up there, Andy, with them bushfires, mate. Keep out of that smoky air. See, Whistle Stop Ed, he's resigned from his position as head chicken chaser. It's big news. And where else have we got? So, yeah, thanks for coming in, Kyle. And thank you, Ed, for popping in. And Andy, the Og Collective. No, I just thought I'd come on after seeing
I
all
do
them.
have something to say if you don't mind.
Hang
If
on.
I could talk for a minute.
Hang on. Away you go.
Okay, so I've been watching this series called Pole to Pole, and it's Will Smith. Not that that matters, but he paints a picture. Tonight, he visited New Papua Guinea Islands, and they talked about, the
Papua New
king
Guinea,
waves.
not
Is
New
that how
Papua.
you say it?
Yeah,
Papua New Guinea?
yeah,
Well,
Papua.
that's embarrassing as an American. I'm sorry, everyone.
That's all right.
So how there's these islands that have the people are still living on the islands, but there's these big king waves coming and flooding, and they're gonna have to leave or they're no more. And there's this deep history of language that's getting lost. And the thing that's fascinating to me, because I am a gardening channel, is what they eat on the islands, bananas and yam. But then they talked about the coral reef being their garden, how the ocean is their garden. And that just made me think differently. So after that episode, they went to again, I'm not going to say this right, Kalahari Desert.
Okay, Kalahari.
And yeah. And I haven't made it all the way through that because Mark started falling asleep. And it's the show that we watched together. But they were only living off of the bush. I mean, if you didn't bring it in, you weren't eating for that week. The whole village relies on whatever they can get. So I'm excited to see how they garden, forage and hunt when I get to
Yep.
finish the episode.
That sounds interesting. You know where Papua New Guinea is, like above Australia. I don't know if you see it on a map, but
I didn't look it up. Okay. It's
they're
above
about,
Australia.
yeah. And in between Papua New Guinea and Australia is a bunch of islands called the Torres Strait Islands, because the waterway between Papua New Guinea and the top of Australia is called the Torres Strait. So the Torres Strait Islands, they're a part of Australia. So we apart from the very pinnacle of the top of Australia, where Queensland goes right up to the point, there's a bunch of islands leading towards Papua New Guinea. But yeah, that's a bit of here nor there. I don't know. And we're right down the other end. We're as far south of that as you can go. Where you're looking out the window here, where like up there, there's crocodiles and all sorts of things that want to get you.
So have you been snorkeling or scuba diving? I can't remember.
Yes, I
So
used to
you've
scuba.
seen.
Yeah, I scuba dived for a number of years. That was a part of my life for about I don't know, 4 years maybe, and then I gave it away. It became just a little expensive to keep going. The guy I was going with, I was like the extra. So the guy used to take his boat. I used to go with him, and we used to do some like floor fishing. We used to find anchors and different things on the bottom of the Sydney Harbour, or like Manly, and like old anchors and
You
old
were like
cannonball.
metal detecting
Yeah, but by sight, not with
by sight. Okay.
yeah. And the idea was to collect as much as we could, and hey, Gandalf, collect as much as we could, and then clean it up, and then sell it off is basically what we were doing. But hey, welcome in everybody who's popping in. We got Gandalf. We had West Coast 8534, and Stevens Heats 30. Well, there's someone new. Good to see you. We have Shawnee here from Minnesota, and Radio Jonesy from the island of Tasmania, which is a very nice place to hang out at the moment. The weather's been beautiful. Absolutely. Best time of year. When you can wash something that's a big, heavy jacket, just put it out in the sun for about 15 minutes and it's basically dry. Yeah, that's the sort of weather we're having. Brenda didn't go live tonight, so I have the night off. Good on you, mate.
Gandalf, that's how I feel. Because my normal people are not live tonight, and I wasn't going to go live. I don't have the right headspace for it. But it's different when you're just on a panel with someone running the buttons in the show and the entertaining. I'm just hanging out at this point, right?
Well, that was the idea of this. I just thought I'd get on, hang out for a bit, and say hi. It's never going to break the bank with people, but I have to lock in a time. I was going to do my Fridays at 3:00, but it seems to have been taken over by some gardening people. So I've been holding off on that now. Shawnee.
Fridays at 3:00 your time?
Yeah.
Is taken by gardening people.
Yeah, someone called Shawnee Grows and who
Oh, is it like 9:30 my time or 9 my time?
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought you were going live when it was like 2:30 in the morning my time.
What time is that? I don't know. That's late, isn't it?
That's probably like 9:00 your time.
I'm fishing at the moment, so I'm fishing for a time. Okay. So I'm just going to be going live a few separate places and times, and we'll just work it out. But definitely, I'll never be live again at live at 5.
5, right?
That's finished for good. I'm past that I've sort of, I don't know if you've seen today's video. Yes, you have seen today's video, um, where you said the thumbnail. You like the thumbnail?
I saw that it's your real actual live face, so I thought you
Yes.
learned a new trick, didn't you? Or did you have help?
No, I did it myself.
All right, look at you.
Yeah, I'm getting
How'd
old.
you do it? What'd you use to do it?
What I used basically took a photo of myself, which is I'll just share the thumbnail, and then so so everyone can see this, the thumbnail. It's me, and the video is basically don't tell people you've got a YouTube channel, so stay silent. And that is the picture. All right. So then the beauty of finding the right picture, and went to AI and I said, use this photo and put, I'm just getting a pop up on my saying I got to scan
Wow, you
things.
still used AI. See, I thought you just built it all on your own.
No, I've worked out a cleaner way of doing it. So, and then explain to the AI, I want the words, this is where I want the words, and I want a colored background. I think that color, like a nice rich blue. And sure enough, that's the way it, like it went from that picture to that picture. Like, join the bandwagon, jump on AI, but control it. Make sure it does what you say and it does what you.
I agree. Prompts are everything. Gandalf asked a question in the chat about my temperature. Gandalf, it's actually a heat wave. So it's been below 0 for 20 days, and today it is 12 degrees Fahrenheit. Huzzah. And we're gonna get snow, but it's only 1 inch, which is nothing. I don't know who Celine is. Do you?
Yeah. Where have I'm not missing the chat again? Celine.
Isn't that how
Uh,
you say that name? That thing that you have on the screen right there. Has there been any more news about that name? But I
oh,
don't know what that
Celine.
name
Oh, sorry,
even
Gandalf.
is.
Yeah, no, that's yes. Celine is um, a Belgian backpacker who went missing in Tasmania 3 years ago, and she went missing on this easy bushwalk. She went on an easy bushwalk around a dangerous area, but the path and the track was pretty simple, where she wanted to go see a waterfall. And she was on her last day before she was getting on the boat and sailing back to the mainland, and then getting on a plane and flying back to Belgium. And she went to she parked the car, walked it so far along this track, and then she just disappeared. No one's seen her again, and there was like, the area is sort of renowned for a bit of a criminal element in that sort of region. So the locals are all going, "Oh, she's been kidnapped and held hostage," and all this sort of stuff. But this was the locals just talking locals, typical bar talk. But what happened is that she lost her phone. They found her phone. She went missing for years. They went looking for her. No one found nothing. And then there's a couple of YouTube channels that were like, after everyone gave up on the search sort of thing after a year or so. These two YouTube channels really knuckled in, and one of the guys got the cell phone data. That once they found the cell phone and asked for like, went through the correct channels, got the data off the phone, and some guy walking up the street with a dog. Anyway, got the got the cell phone data, and then matched where the phone was found, where the pings were, the direction she was walking, and then they were sort of expecting her to follow that trail, but then they realized, they worked out that, well, she hasn't got a phone. The phone would be her compass, it would be her maps, it would be all that stuff, and it was getting dark. Well, she's obviously got lost a bit, tried to go up a track which wasn't the track, and then found the river, and then knew that if she followed the river, it would take her back to but it was horrendous, like to get through the jungle. It was like really bad. And yeah, fortunately or unfortunately for her, they found, after, man, if you go on YouTube and have a look, there's so many videos from these YouTubers getting like 300,000 views on their search for her. But this one guy went out again, and the other day, and found the jawbone, and I found a jawbone, and then pinned the point. Had to walk out to get phone service. Called the police. Police said, "We'll come tomorrow," because it was late in the day, and it's no place to be going at night. And then they went back the next day, and they found a number of bones, and then they basically shut up. Then they put out that it was where they thought because they made a plan saying, now the new guys doing the searching, like not the official people, but the YouTubers, worked out that she was going this direction now because she's lost her phone. It's dark. She's going to follow the sound of the river. She's gone over a bit of a cliff sort of thing, and then she's moved further away, because where they found the phone and where they found the body was like miles away. And now they found her jacket, they found her pants, they found her body parts, not body parts, bones, spread out, because she's obviously been ravaged by devils. It's one of those areas where Tasmanian devils definitely live, and that what they do, they clean up the jungle floor or the forest floor. So if any animal is died and living or in pain or can't move, and man, a pack of devils come, you're in a lot of trouble. But they look friendly enough. But let me tell you, these little fellas, they they don't muck around. But yeah, so basically the news is they're waiting for 100% of her DNA to be back before they officially announce it. Yes, it's her, but they have told her family, we found her. They have told a family from are thinking like they want to come out now. They didn't come out for all the searches, and they didn't come out for any of that. They just left it for the professionals to do it. But yeah, it's been one of those stories. And then the other day, Gandalf was on a live, and I'm in the kitchen. It was about 6 o'clock at night, and then I'm looking at my phone. No, the news come on. Headline news: Celine's backpacker Celine has been found, and then it says YouTuber has found Celine, and then they went on with the story saying it's not official. It can't be official. Like the police come on and said it can't be officially declared it's her, but we're 80% confident it's her, and it will be her. But it's just sad, and like it's not just here that's dangerous. Like there was a backpacker from the Netherlands in up in Queensland, the little sandy island that a lot of dingoes live on, and a lot of people go camping there. Like dingoes are these pesky dogs, wild dogs, and she was found dead one morning by a passerby on the beach, mauled, like her whole body ripped apart and mauled, and they done an autopsy on her, and they couldn't work out whether it was she drowned swimming and then the dogs were biting the carcass, or she was trying to get away into the water from the dogs. And they said the autopsy was either she did drown, like they can tell she drowned, but was she bleeding when she was drowning? They're not too sure. So it's sort of a bit of a mystery, that one. And there was a lady attacked by a shark just around the water here, a couple of beaches that way, the other day. So, and another lady down in Hobart Way was attacked by a great white. So it's all happening this time of year in Tasmania. You got to be careful. You got to definitely don't swim dawn or dusk. You definitely don't swim by yourself. You go out with a crowd, because you know what it's like. If your odds are better if there's 5 people out there, you got a 5-to-1 chance it's going to be somebody else, not you.
There's a lot of lessons in those stories, Jonesy, for sure.
I mean, there's a lot of life lessons there. Getting back to the chat, which I always miss. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Hey, it's going to be 70 in southern Oklahoma later this week. Nice. That's a lovely temperature. Okay, that wasn't known until recently. She had a compass. Okay. Well, they assumed that she was following the river. It wasn't Rob. No, it was his. It was his friend. Yeah, you seen that video that they put out. Yeah, the word on the street is that they said, let's put a video out now while it's red hot. He interviewed the guy who found him, and they were going 50-50 on the split of the royalties. Was the word on the street. It's pretty sad, but it's they were doing like a news sort of. They were doing. He done a great video. Like when you watch the horrendous sort of conditions that he was searching through, trying to find, and it was like this green jungle and stepping in places, and the next thing you know, there was like a 10-foot drop, and you couldn't hardly see it. There you go, Gandalf. People go missing in parks here all the time. Yeah. Hey, I made some comments in Eddie's chat today. He didn't read one of them. Not one of them. I put about four comments in. I even put my milestone membership was 38 months. Like, that's a pretty big deal. And didn't even acknowledge it. So he was very busy on his chat, obviously. He accused me the other day on his members live. They were bagging me out. He said, sorry, we were giving you a hard time. I said, what? I have to go back and listen now. They were bagging me out that I don't keep up with the chat. Well, he didn't even keep the chat. Hey, Chef. Good to see you. Yeah, a bit grumpy with Eddie today. But he had a good day, actually. His live went really well financially for him. Everyone was buying tickets for the wheel, the chocolate wheel thing they do.
He's making a cheesecake right now.
Who, Eddie? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's with who's that with? It's not just his channel, is he? Whose channel's that one on?
I think it's called Munchie Mafia with Chef Civvy and Tim Mitchell.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, good luck to him. But that's where the crowd. The one thing I've learned over YouTube is that the audience, no matter what you do, the audience will come. And the idea of my video today that I put out is stay silent. Horizontal trees grow sideways. They do in Tasmania. You should see the forest, Sean. I've got to do more video. There is a video on tour with Radio Jonesy where we go to a lookout And the trees in there were just amazing, just getting there. I don't do many of them walk. I will be getting more of them walks. I don't know if you noticed any, but a few pounds have been falling off. So, and stay silent is the stay silent is the way of my other channel, if the mystery channel, the channel no one knows about. So it works. It works. And the people who watch that channel are there to watch that channel, aren't there because they're a friend or they're a family member or they find it because they're interested in the content. That's the whole idea of today's video. So
Yeah, not to mess up the algorithm,
well,
saying none of these people actually genuinely want this in their feed because all you're told your friends or whoever to come over, and it's not pushing it to the right group of audience, and it messes with your analytics.
that's the best thing. When you start a new channel, or you start any channel really, you should share with yourself. You know, like, do the content, do the material, put it out there, put the keywords in, put it in your title, put in your think about what it should be, the thumbnail, all that sort of standard YouTube stuff that 101 people that are experts on YouTube are all telling you what to do. Probably 30% of everybody has got it right. There's a lot of misinformation out there. And I don't know if did you like the keyword I put into that video?
Did you see I even time stamped it because I was laughing so hard.
I did. Yeah. Because it's true. It is true. You got to grow organically.
So then I added another comment with all the ways to grow organically for your YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Old Man King, what's up?
Hey, Peter. Good to see you, mate. And thanks for popping over. Good to see you. Yeah. So that really struck a nerve with that person, but it's the truth. And the other big thing to see that you're successful is the 10% rule. So here I have 1,100 and something subscribers. I think, I don't know. I got say 1,100 subscribers. Or 1,200, I think, maybe now. I aim for 120 views on my video. And if I get 120 views, technically I'm successful. Well, if you get way over that, man, you're in front. You're doing really well. So,
Yeah, I see those numbers like that. That equation makes sense to me, and I really like using that formula, the 10% rule. It works well for me for live stream shows. Like that's what my channel survives on. Videos not so much, but I'm still using that section on the channel anyways, right?
you'll find a lot of videos this month on Radio Jonesy doing little conversation pieces. That will. I got the dog here doing something. What are you doing, Charlie? Anyway, the yeah, I'm going to do the every couple of days. If I can get one out every day, I will. But if I can't, it'll be every second day. But I'll be doing that this month. But they won't be long, drawn out videos. They'll be quick, sharp, and to the point. And I'm building the network that way with that channel. And on tour with Radio Jonesy is going to be showing more of Tasmania. Like hopefully it's low tide right now. That reef that Harley's ever seen is standing out like it's a mountain. You could walk out so far on the sand. I was going to film today, but it's just yesterday was blue sky and sunshine, and I was gardening. I was doing some hey stuff. Hey Wanda, good to see you. Thank you for popping by. We're just here with Shawnee. We're having a bit of a chat about how our YouTube growth and journey's been going and what's up.
What were you gardening?
I was gardening. I've pruned back all my my up the side of the house, everything grew into that footpath. So that's our main thoroughfare. So I've had to prune back the all the plants there. Like the succulents are easy; they just snap them off and plant them again, and they just reseed and away they go. And the purple, what are they? The fragrant hedge.
Lavender?
Yeah, that's the one, the lavender. Jeez, I'm having an old man's moment there. The lavender, I've pruned that back, and we've done a bit of a hard prune on one of them just to see how that would recover, and then the rest of them we just took the side off, and I put about 4 of them cuttings into water because I've seen that if you put the hard cuttings, like the good wood from the lavender shoots, and you take off the bottom bits and chuck it in the water, they start shooting and you get extra plants. How's the weather? Well, let me say, the computer is telling me it's very high UV at the moment. That's very nice. Tell me about the weather. Currently 17 Celsius is saying. We're going to get down to a low of 12 Celsius tonight. And tomorrow, we'll only get to 21 or 22. Yeah, we've been up near 30 this week. It's been quite nice. And let me just show the view again. So that's sort of an overcast, cloudy day. You can actually see, if you look at that picture, the other side, basically the other side of the island. Like, you can see little mountain ranges, dark mountain ranges in the middle there. If you come down the peninsula that you see there, and then you go across, you'll see these dark sort of shadows of the other side of the island, the east coast. But anyway, looks lovely. Oh, it's always lovely in Tasmania. That's Shawnee Groves. Yep.
Hello,
There we go.
Wanda. I
She's
can't
got
type in the chat, but I can say hi like this.
You don't usually do your phone. What's the go there? What's happening?
I in my comfy spot, and I didn't want to get out of my comfy spot, but I still want to hang out with friends. And so I have been using my phone a lot more to use for this format, which is not ideal, but I didn't want to sit in the cold chair corner computer area, so you get what you get.
Yeah, and there we go. Current temperature, thanks to Gandalf, is 62. Wonder if you want to come for fine weather. It is middle to late January, and February is the warmest sort of weather. The rain and all that sort of stuff, that you don't want that. It is nice, but everything greens up. Or if you want to come for the snow, I'm sure you would love that. There is, they do snowy vacations here in Tasmania. There's a couple of places that have the ski field at Ben Lomond, it's called. Now, if I can work out how to click the button, there we go. Yes. So I'm down here in the new studio, Wanda. I am sitting with a nice view out to the water. The best part about this is just looking back here at the beach. And it's like an aqua green with a darker blue. It even looks better when the sun's on it. What do you think, Charlie? I was going to take Charlie to the beach today, but he missed out, unfortunately. Yeah, my sentiments exactly. I don't, you know, I would have liked to have been at Arkansas to see all that sort of snow that they got, and it looks pretty and pristine. But I wouldn't want to hang around for the thawing and the wet and the mush and the slush. I think they'll look a bit. I think a lot of them people that are doing their YouTube channels in Arkansas that are living in um, caravans or campers or whatever you want to call them are staying warm. Like with their gas and their diesel heaters, but they must. You must feel that like you're a little bit not protected. Like that sort of weather would have the realization of what they're doing must have hit over the last few weeks
Yeah,
because
they've got to wear slippers on the inside still, even with all their little heaters, because the floor is still gonna be very, very cold in those kinds of setups.
yeah, and nearly all of them are doing it. Yeah. Anyway, good luck to them.
Well,
Like
have you
it's
seen today's storm? North Carolina, South Carolina. It's like hurricane force winds on the coast, and then they're getting dumped on with snow. Do you know anybody over there in the Carolinas for YouTube land?
I got some friends in North Carolina that do radio, but apart from that, no, not really. Carolinas, isn't that where? Who, I'm going to start writing stuff down. I think.
Yeah, I expect them to just wait for it to melt. I doubt there's anything they can do about the snow. They'll just be closed down for a couple days. There was interstates closing, 100-car pileup,
Yeah.
stranded, not National Guard had to go get everybody, that kind of stuff.
And it's hard to see now. You watch something like a, a policeman sitting on the side of the road and saying, "Oh, here comes the car. Oh, look at this. Geez, I'm going to have to go down and help him. Oh, this one's coming over this way." You don't know whether that's AI or not these days. You want to think it's real, but sometimes you look at it and you go, "Surely that's not right."
Yeah, that you have to do a lot more critical thinking now with everything that you see online, no matter what it is. And it's a whole different way we have to approach our life or what we share with people or what we believe or not.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, my jacaranda tree out the back is purple. It's flowered. It's absolutely
Oh, that's
delightful.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Oh,
has a scent to it, I imagine.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The daughter who's now out in that studio of mine is going, "Oh, it's quite lovely out here." I said, "Wait till winter. It's going to be colder than you think." But
Well, how come you don't have an electric fireplace for her?
oh, we got one. We're thinking of putting in a a heat pump, not an air conditioner. Put a small little heat pump in there. So when it is that middle of winter, she can get a bit of a blast. Actually, she's off to Japan soon. Her and a few friends are, a couple of months. They're flying over there for a month or so.
Well,
So that's
do you know more information about why?
more of a holiday and looking at job opportunities and houses that they can buy and things like that. But
So it is a little bit of work. Okay.
yeah, going over there for a bit of recon, really. There's a lot of if you got a university degree, you can get straight into English teaching. So she's got a couple of degrees in one in computer animation, believe it or not, and another one in teaching. But hey, Homestead Aquarius, look at that Robert.
Homestead Aquarius. Hello, sir.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I have friends in Rawley and Greensboro. Borough. Yep. And Planet Jonesy in my room, aircon is flat out 39 Celsius outside. Yeah, mate. I hear you. And let me say, what date is it? He's got, 24 days to go, is it? Before retirement? Yeah, Robert, good to see you, mate. Yeah, it is. It is anyway. It's a great time. Like I've worked out a number, and if I reach that number, getting extra income via other means, that I will officially retire from the job I do with the power company. So hence I'm on a
You've
bit of a
picked a
push.
dollar amount. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I know it's not a lot of money, but last month I got 350 from YouTube. So that's the best I've done ever since I've been doing it, and I wasn't even trying really. But a lot of them are, obviously super chats. I got a couple of good super chats, but still the ad revenue was up there. Yeah.
Now that was all three channels together to get to the 350 in 30 days
No, that was two channels made the over the 100. Each channel needs to be $100 before they give you the cash.
to get the payout.
Yeah, but two of
Yeah.
them got there. Yeah, and combined with my channel powers combined, as that um, cartoon used to say, Prince Planet, was it?
Yeah. I have a dollar amount goal each month for my channel to bring in, and I haven't figured out the equation to get it. It's been
Yep.
taking me 2 months to get the number I want to get each month. So as soon as I find the formula on how many times and what and how much content gets me the dollar amount goal I'm looking for, I will feel, a little bit more successful.
See, I watch your videos for the information you give, but I think when the weather comes fine and you get to go outdoors, you're going to have to work out either film a lot of stuff outdoors and go home and do a voiceover, or get a get the outdoor mic and do a bit of that as well. Maybe, says the man who
Yeah,
hasn't got one yet.
I was gonna buy is it lapel is the fancy word? Um, the game I did last year was a monthly video, which was what you're talking about. I filmed the plants and then I
Yeah,
talked over it in a story. So there's this channel I watched that is very inspiring. It's one of my favorites, and I can share it with you. Not on, I can't say it right now because I can't remember how to say it
yeah.
correctly, and I can't look up anything because I'm on a phone. But anyways, the cinematography is very inspiring on how to film the garden slower, or where to put the text on the screen, or just a little bit of music and then talking. And so when I can really show the plants, I usually am able to cut it up into shorts and get views that way. And I know we talked about shorts before.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother conversation, but
Yeah. Well, I've
yes,
ditched.
for
I've
yeah.
100% ditched shorts. Shorts are a waste of space. If you look at your analytics, how much you got paid on shorts last month, is it worth it? That's the first question you look at it. Sometimes Charlie's going for a run. Someone must be upstairs. Um, yeah, so shorts really don't work for me. Like, 5 cents here, 50 cents maybe there. 10 cents here, 2 cents there. It's and I'm not
It's
really.
like
Yeah,
changed big time, Jonesy, since January. I was making $5 with shorts, and then January came, and I think I'm quitting shorts at this point because I haven't had anybody looking at them at
no,
all.
no. Well, $5 from a short, I'd keep going. That's good. Uh,
That's
my
combined. Yeah.
yeah, my best video last month was about $15. So I was getting $38 CPM. So that's a big CPM. And
Yeah.
anyway, and it's got near 1,000 views. And it was talking about Tasmania. It's relocating to Tasmania has a bit of a bump at the moment. Everyone's watching. All my videos are still snowballing up with all that. You know that live we done the other that's gained about 100 views, but it's not just
Really?
since we did the live, but it's not just the views. It's actually the watch time has gone astronomical. Like
People
people
are
are actually
sticking around through it.
were watching the whole, the hour or so. Yep.
Well, you did cover a lot of things, and there was a really good engagement with the chat on asking questions. That's fascinating that it's a timely thing
Yeah,
there.
it's an evergreen thing. It's a thing that's people are always going to want to escape because at the moment, Sydney, the heat wave, Queensland's got a heat wave, bushfires and chaos, and people who haven't been to Tasmania will come here and go, "What the? How come this place is so friggin' awesome? Yeah, why is there so much going on in such a small little spot?" Um, Everyone loves it. Like people come here for a caravan trip, and they book maybe 2 weeks, and they're crying because they've rushed 2 weeks to try to get around to see everything. Hey, Quint, good to see you, mate. Welcome in. But,
Quentin.
yeah, but tried to get this live on TV, but cannot find it. It should be there. It's what's it called? What did I title this one? Let's talk. But hey, Quinn, I seen you looking after good old Eddie today. You done really well there, mate. But good to see you, my friend. And and this is what I'm saying too. Your community will grow organically. Like I love saying that word now, but organically, your audience will come back. And thank you for watching them videos, Wonder, as well. I've got to do more, like on tour with Radio Jonesy's, where you'll see more beaches and stuff like that. Like I've been really slack on that channel. I've really got to work that channel. That channel is working for me without doing stuff. So if I do stuff and I follow the guidelines, which is whatever's working, rinse and repeat, it, it's the YouTube algorithm game. And do stuff like if you enjoy going for a walk at the beach and showing it, or get the beach and one video you're showing the beach with the surf club, maybe the lifesavers are there that they doing their paddling out, and instead of doing the whole beach, you just concentrate on that, and that's your video. And then another day you're doing the West Beach up the other side where the university is, and you're showing the rocks and the penguins where the penguins hang out, all that sort of stuff. But at the moment, there's been a few shark attacks, so I won't be doing too much swimming by myself. Yeah, one lady went in at Kui Beach, which is the next one around, and she went in. There was a bit of seaweed, so she was walking through the seaweed to get to the surf, and it's like walking through dirty washing. You're walking through all this stuff that sort of rubs against you as the water goes past. And next thing you know, there was something just latched onto a leg, and it was a small. They think it was a great white, a small baby one, like a small one, but it took a chunk out of her leg. She survived. She got back on shore. It was like um, she described it as she felt like it was a nasty dog bite, and then she realized, oh man, but that was only last week, just around the corner here. So when there's a shark taking chunks out of people's legs, you don't go too far in the water because they'll try to get rid of it. Man, good on you, Quint. That's why and like I was saying before, on my video, I said, the one I just released, I just said, like, for 12 years, I've been doing Australian Radio Indie. For 12 years, that channel. So I've been there for a long time, but that was mainly a supporters channel. I was there just watching music, maybe putting some really bad video out. But that's where it all sort of started. And then to get to here now is where we are. That was all from bumping into Eddie and all the gang at his circle of friends, and they said, like, if we all do this together, we can become sort of rich YouTubers, which is a bit of a there's not many rich YouTubers around, but they do say, like, only 10% of everyone trying YouTube gets monetized. Like, every out of everybody who gives it a crack gets there. So you've done well, Shawnee. I've if an old bloke like me can do it, anyone can do it. You just got to knuckle in and do the hard yards.
Yeah, I mean, not only have I reached the monetization part of it, I have people that continuously come back. I know their names. I usually know something that's going on with them. I've had opportunities open up in the YouTube world in different levels and different projects. And so I don't even know what December is going to look like this year because I'm already starting January off pretty well considering where I was January a year ago with YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. And like this channel is I'm at the sort of crossroads of I started trying to be an over 60s retire channel, like, this is what, don't do this in retirement or try this in retirement, and that was where I was going with it. But I think that's for another channel. Like, you might see another one pop up somewhere, but you'll have to find it because I won't be telling anybody. But this channel is going to be more of a like, this was going to be like today's conversation, yesterday's conversation, sort of two separate things, but still not talking about YouTube growth itself, but trying to help people out, like my age. Like, I feel my audience will be someone in their around 50s, 60s, or 70s. They can relate to an old bloke talking about being monetized on YouTube, and if I can do it, you can surely do it. And it's just about putting content out there.
There's a gal that's her shtick. It's, if you're over 50, I want you to start a YouTube channel, and here's all the ways how, and here's the ways to level it up and make money, and here's how you first film yourself on camera and practice. Like, every single video is what you're describing, and she rocks it as far as success, quote unquote. So, hey, try it.
Yeah. Well, wonder I've got 3 officially monetized. All right, I've got On Tour with Radio Jonesy. Radio Jonesy, this one is the conversation channel, the talk one. Then I've got Tasmania Island Life. That's mainly the drive around channel. I've had a lot of people in the comments section there asking for just do a little bit more. They said, can you show more of this or can you show more of that? And I said, go to On Tour with Radio Jonesy and you'll see that sort of content. So I'm getting people there that don't know about my other channels. It's sort of a funny one whether you do promote. But when I did the walk around the shops the other day in that video, driving around, people have gone, I've probably got, I don't know, a bunch of, it's not overwhelming, but did get a bunch of comments that people said, oh, look, we really enjoyed your destination, or the, not just getting there, but showing what you did when you got there, sort of thing. And, well, I really can't do that because I'm driving to work. That's basically that main channel, that driving around channel. I might as well film it when I'm driving to work. But yeah, I've got a gardening channel called Outback Tasmania. So there's Radio Jonesy, On Tour Radio Jonesy, Tasmania Island Live, Outback Tasmania. They're sort of four that are seriously working. Australian Radio Indie, which is the music channel, that makes five. And then I've got Beach Feet, that is six. That is my walk around the beaches. Then I got Tasmania ASMR, that is seven. That is the noises and the sounds and all that sort of stuff. And then I've got Charlie the Tasmanian Dog, there's number eight. And have I missed a few out? Let me have a look. I've got, that's about it really. I've got Radio Jonesy Clips, which is, I was just showing bits and pieces of the videos to say, if you watch this video, hey, click here and you'll go to the full video. That was the clips. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but anyway, it's but really, if you focus on, say, two or three, well, if you're very good at what you do, yeah, you could have faceless channels that don't even know it's you. On your Gandalf. Yes, Quinn. Mate, that's the way you got to do it, Jonesy. And when you get to when you're back over there on the island, just keep doing what you're doing, mate. I'm sure you'll find your growth, just like old mate Wayne from Western Australia. Is it Vasco da Gama, whatever calls himself? Like, his channel's just exploded. He lives on it now. That's him. Yep, they're the official ones. Well, happy birthday there, Wanda. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, man. What we got here? Oh, well, there's someone down there. I got a fan. In comment section. Yeah.
I was just looking at that going, okay.
I don't know who that was. It's been a while since I got some crazies, but
Right.
yeah, happy
Yeah,
birthday, Wanda.
I haven't seen too many crazies either on mine.
Check him out, that's for sure. There you go. I'll get rid of that one. Actually, I should have had a look. Yeah, mate, I'm sort of yeah, I was like always enjoy the different people that pop in and out, but every now and again, yeah, I was like, what? Well, I've probably lost my concentration there, Gandalf, but it is interesting. I missed that one.
For those watching on the replay, there was a troll in the chat that we were all thrown off by just now that you
Yeah,
can't
sorry
see.
about that. Thanks, Shivani.
Yeah.
He has no subs. Yeah, it could have been anyone. I just put him in timeout, actually. I don't know how long timeout is.
Well, that might only be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll soon find out. Just keep. He can come back if he behaves himself. But no, it's yeah, who knows? Wonder. Remember the good old days when you'd be doing a live and someone would invite someone up on panel and they'd do something absolutely ridiculous, stupid, or weird. Yeah, so I think we've all learnt lessons from that. But yep, thank you. Going to try to get a few more hours sleep. Good on you, mate. Thanks, Planet Jonesy. He's pushing his big front end loader around in the loading ships up there where he's working, and he's going to retire late this month. So he's finally going to move back to Bali with the family, or catch up with the family. I don't think the family are still. They used to be here. I think they're all in Bali now, except for Planet Jonesy. You can always watch the replay, mate. Come back tonight and click it on. I'm sure it'll be riveting. But right now, looking out to sea. There's a looking out to sea. There's another sort of rain bands come across. Thanks, Wanda. Thanks for popping in, and all the best. And same to you. Yeah, so it's sort of a weird day. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so sort of a gotta scrub that window extra clean. There's a little dark spot there. That's but anyway. Yeah, so that's the sort of weather we're having at the moment. It's sort of overcast. And then absolutely. We had some beautiful sunshine this morning. And it was a day of it was a day of doing things, and you know what? We didn't really do too much. It was pretty good, actually.
I had a really heavy kitchen work day today. It was like early morning, get a chicken roasted with veggies, cut up steak thin and bread it and fry it with a sticky sauce and make broth and have a smoothie and cut up potatoes for fries for later. It was just constant busy kitchen work in the morning, and then you can kind of like let things go on autopilot the rest of the day.
Yeah, look at oh yeah. Well, but it's that time of year, isn't it? Like you're going to be getting stuff prepared inside, working out what you can watch inside, how you can keep the three little monkeys active and busy.
Great point. Yep, I did make chocolate chip muffins for some bribery and a pan of brownies for the husband. And at one point, I did say, everyone's putting their gear on and going outside right now. That happened today because, there was just too much with the boys going on.
Yeah, I'd
So,
imagine so. Yeah.
yeah. We did get the paint out and we started painting Valentine's Day monsters that I drew. and I'm gonna get the printer out tomorrow. I bought some new ink, mostly because I need to print tax paperwork, but then I can print coloring pages for funsies for February, and entertain people. But now that it's not below zero out, we can spend more than 5 minutes outside, and that really helps everybody in the long run.
Yeah. Well, it sounds, Gandalf's complaining about the weather, but yeah, it sounds like you got to really uh, get some activities going, especially if they can get them outside, because it sort of burns them out a bit, burns a bit of energy, a bit of, and then calms them down for when they come in to, I don't know if they have much screen time or any screen
So
time.
great question. They have to do their book work. Um, so that consists of like language arts, math, handwriting, and then the oldest has a little bit of US Constitution thing that he does. And then they can have a rotational 32 minutes to an hour on PBS Kids games. So they're practicing, using a mouse, using a keyboard, all that stuff. And it's games that I deem okay for our household, and it's
Yeah.
monitored and timed. We do have a basement, and I mean, when it was negative 40 out, it was 45 Fahrenheit down there, which is chilly, but they were playing down there with Hot Wheels. We took the slot car racetrack down. They weren't playing too well with that. But there's a trampoline, and it's a nice resource to have because they go down there with bare feet even, and they don't complain at all about being cold, where I need
Oh,
at least
wow.
slippers on. So
Yeah, here's an interesting comment. Nightbot might be drunk. So Gandalf's saying it's -1, but it's saying here he is at 9, which is
is
minus.
-1 feels like with the wind chill, and Nightbot only reads before the wind chill, or I don't know.
AC weather says -1. But good old, actually, where are we here? Let's have a look. One finger typing.
Well, I believe you, Gandalf, that it's -1, not 9. I'll take you on your side over the whatever Nightbot is, AI.
Yeah. So, but I'm sure you've been living there. You lived there all your life in
You talking to me?
in the colder weather, Shawnee.
I've always lived in Minnesota, and I've always been around the colder weather, and I've always been around large amounts of snow.
Yeah.
So we know the routine, right?
Hmm.
I got some new books, but I haven't fully read them yet. That's, my idea for winter is to work on making things and reading, but then I never get around to it for some reason.
Well, there we go. It's saying we are. The computer is telling me we're 16 Celsius, and Nightbot's saying we're 12 Celsius. Definitely doesn't feel like 12. I can say that, but I am indoors. I'm glad I'm not on the beach. I'm looking down there. I can't see one person on the beach. I only see half of the beach. But why
Well, it
would you go?
sounds like it would be a good day for me to be at the beach then.
Well, if you want to avoid people, which is a couple of my videos that have done pretty well, um, I was thinking of doing that actually, going down there when there's no one and say, if you would like to avoid people, come to the beach in Tasmania. It's just, if I go down there on a Sunday, it is Sunday. If I go down there, say at 9 o'clock this morning, there was, I don't know, probably 50 people there doing their thing. You had swimmers swimming, you had lifesavers lifesaving and doing their activities. Shawnee needs to keep her weather in her yard. Yes. The whole country got a wiping of that white stuff. How'd you survive it, Robert? Because it's like I said before, it's great to watch. It's great to watch the snow from afar, or it's great to play in it once in your lifetime here. Because when we were in Kansas, we got a good dump of snow in January when we were there in 2020, and we thought it was fabulous, and we were playing in it like idiots, and the locals were out there shoveling pathways and um, brushing their cars off with like special brushes. I'm assuming that they get to wipe their cars down and the windows, and um, yeah, some had chains and some didn't. When we were sort of driving around, we took the hire car to Walmart to buy some supplies, and we're sliding a bit this way, sliding a bit that way, and we watched the car come towards us, and it had to turn right and go uphill. And one of the guys in the car said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! Just watch him." And then we slowed up, and he just turned right. And as he's going up, he didn't get too far, and he starts sliding back down. So yeah, we sort of, if we sort of didn't time it too good, it would have been not very nice to the hire car people. Okay, did Ryan set up your Nightbot? No, it was the Devil Dog back in the day, about 3 years ago. I did okay with the ice and snow. It's just cold. Yep, I hear you. And like, if you look at, like, I'm watching a lot of Junk to Gems videos, even though at the moment he's not doing a lot of work. He's just walking around his yard talking. But it looks fantastic. The bits of snow and the bits of, like, where it's fallen off the roof and there's a bit of a drift sort of mound. I'm assuming all that's just going to turn to water and slush and yuck. But at the moment, no one's made a snow. I haven't seen one video from one of my channels that I watch. No one made a snowman. I'm very unimpressed.
Well, maybe it wasn't the sticky stuff. Did they only get powder? Depends on the type of snow to build a snowman.
Okay, well, see, that's from an Australian who doesn't play in snow. But they're all saying it was fluffy, and then it was ice, and then it was fluffy, and then it was ice. So.
Oh, that's right. They got it makes this crust, like a frosting that's hard on it, and then it's just good luck,
Yeah, you might be able to walk on it or slip on it, or you might not.
Yeah. You might go through it. You can't build anything with it.
No, you can. He drove his tractor on it, and it went crunch, 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 just cracking through 2 layers of it. But yeah, it was it was interesting. I'm going to try something, and he said, nope, it didn't work.
Yeah, I saw Gandalf, what you were doing.
At Homestead Aquarius. Okay, so what does that usually do?
So, Gandalf is saying over on another channel, Steve's channel, when you type the letters YT, and then I could type gardening or somebody's channel name, something that you can search on the internet, Nightbot puts a comment in with a link to the search results. And it was because Ryan had set up Steve's Nightbot to do that. And so Gandalf pointed out, if you're not a mod and you do that, it gets you a channel link. Like if you typed in the channel name. And so it's like a superpower, but it only works on that setup. It doesn't work everywhere.
Oh, well, I am not a Nightbot expert. That might be something I might look into if I got some spare time, which over the last 3 weeks, we've worked at work. Like, it's just, the work was there to be done. And this week, Friday was a half day, which was great for me. Around the corner, done the job. So see you later, fellas. Have a great weekend. And then they're all looking at their apps to see where they are their next shift. And two of the guys going, "Hey, I'm working tomorrow at Smithton, which is like an hour and a half drive away." And I'm going, "Oh, geez, I'm not." Yeah, the overtime would have been good for the bank balance, but I really don't need to be chasing paying a lot of tax. And then they said, "Hey, you're not with us on Monday." And I said, "Have you got Monday's job already?" Because it usually comes in late in the afternoon. But because of Friday, maybe they did them a bit early. And I said, no, I've got nothing. I'm looking at my phone. And they said, "Really?" Then they said, "We got these contractors working with us. You should be here before the contractors. Let's ring up the office and complain." I said, "No, do not complain. No, I'll be sitting at home. I'm all good. Thank you for caring."
Yeah, you only needed 3 days a week and you've been doing like six. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's a lot of people, a lot of people have asked me too, when I do the move to Tasmania sort of video. Yeah, can I find work there? And I said, "Well, what do you do?" And they said, "Oh, I drive trucks, or I'm a labourer, or I'm this, and I'm that." I said, "Mate, you're going to walk in down here, and they're going to say, 'Please work with us.' You're going to have options left, right, and centre. If you come down here as a brain surgeon or something, and the hospitals, you might have a problem. If you're a nurse, you'll get snapped up. If you're a ambulance officer, you'll get snapped up straight away. If you're a young bloke and you want to be a policeman, you contact the Tasmania Police. They'll have you down at the academy, and getting you somewhere on the island as a policeman. It's all there. The opportunities here. There's more people here and not enough workers. Sort of, if that makes sense. It's an elderly community. Maybe if you're at school and you're ready to retire, ready to get into the workforce, mate, down here, become a tradie, become a carpenter, plumber. There's work everywhere. Electricians. It's just no one can get them. And when
yeah,
you do
that's a
get them,
really good point. Looking for a retirement community as a young person to go get the jobs.
oh man. And this is a lot of people say, "Oh, it's I don't know, blah blah blah." But when they come here, they all go, "Oh man, I can go snow skiing," and then get sick of that at lunchtime, and then jump in the car and go down the beach and go surfing. I said, "Yep, you can do that if you live down that side of the island." It's you could go mountain biking, you can go surfing in the morning and biking down a mountain, I'm saying a mountain that a huge mountain where they take you up in the back of a bus sort of thing, and then they take your bikes up there in a trailer and then drop you off, and then you go down this crazy trail. And it's not for me, but apparently it's very popular. And
I am a
I was talking with an
uh,
old bloke about bike riding, and he said, "I'm
oh
going to
yeah.
get, I'm going to get an e-bike." And I said, "I want to get an e-bike." He goes, "Well, we get e-bikes. We'll go out biking together." So I found a friend.
All right, that'll be exciting if you do that with a good helmet on.
Oh yeah.
So I am a remote worker that is an on-call person, and I've always almost all for 3 years now I've been doing this for this company that I've actually worked for 6 years, and they've always been short-staffed, so my on-call turned into just every night I get work. Well, now this whole week they finally told me like there's not enough mail, so we cut your hours so the people in office can get the hours. And I actually, took off of YouTube too at the same time and was like, I'm just gonna be me at night instead of all the other jobs that I like doing. And so that's kind of why no one's seen me. Besides, for those that know, they know what's going on. But um, So we'll see what happens next week. If I'm still off, I'll probably do YouTube more, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, well, might as well make a few dollars here and a few pennies here and a few pennies there. Zip lines. There's a place called Skywalk, and they got these like wires with timber planks going through tops of trees, like you're 100 meters in the air, like way up in the forest. It's called Skywalk, and then you can do that, and then you can jump on these zip lines that go over rivers and ravines, and yeah, it's all that sort of adventure tourism. It's all here. Had to get my Grace and Will out to do their thing. Are you still watching that TV show, Will and Grace? Yeah, only joking, but yeah, I'm downstairs now, so if Charlie comes down here to do his thing, I'm in trouble. He's got to go upstairs to get out. I'm going to put a front door right here, actually, and a little deck just in front of there. That's my
Do you need
goal.
a permit to do that, Jonesy?
If the deck is connected to you can put a door in anywhere you want, but if the deck isn't, you do, and I probably will, but if you don't connect it to the house, if you build the deck and leave a gap like an inch or a centimeter or whatever, and it's not physically connected, you don't need to. But the neighbors, they did their whole front yard here, the whole garden section where you see the grass and the plants. They put a deck everywhere, and it's like different levels. And so it's all timber. So he's got a couple of garden beds, and then the rest of it's just timber, the whole front area, which is a pretty cool idea.
Well, that's less bugs, I imagine.
Ooh.
The bugs don't want to live there on the deck. I'm a proud supporter and member of Shawnee's channel now. Huzzah, Quentin. I appreciate that very much.
And if you love your gardening conversations, you'll definitely enjoy Shawnee's content. It's interesting, like it's factual. It's delivered like a school teacher. Is that a rude way of saying it?
That's the way my brain works. I don't know how else to talk. Try living with me. Everything. I'm like trying to get, what did you learn today? What did we learn from that? And everyone hates it. So now I get to just spread it through YouTube.
Yeah. Well, good old. How's Mark going? Is he going good?
Well, Mushroom Mark works a job that is in agriculture, so it's inside and outside. And so when you have 20 plus days below zero with the wind chill, it's -40, and you have to go out and be outside. And he's been in at least 10 car accidents that were physical and hurt him. And so his body doesn't respond well to the cold.
No.
So he has not been well, to be honest.
That's no good.
But he's like home, and I'm taking care of him, and he gets lots of sleep when he can. And
does he wear thermals when he goes to work?
Oh yeah, I mean, you can imagine the base layers, and then a full overall and special stuff for his hands, and you've got like a neck face plus hat with fur. It just depends on the day if he has to be outside a lot dealing with problems. I mean, obviously he doesn't work alone. There's other people to help load truck and fix bins, and there's a little bit of maintenance that happens. It's a feed mill, so if you know anything about making feed, that's what he does. He's just really over it, Yeah. He's really over it.
Yeah.
The cold.
Does he like his job?
Yeah, he's a manager.
Yeah.
And he loves knowing that he is important in feeding America. So he makes mostly pig feed sometimes cow, sometimes bison, and
Oh, wow.
if he's not feeding the pigs and they're not going to the market, you guys aren't going to eat. So
Well, congratulations to Mark for doing such a great job to keep America fed. So, there you go. There's a bit of backstory to Shawnee Groves. Yep.
yeah, he really likes the outside part. Like he wanted to be a welder, and that wouldn't have lasted very long just because he'd be cooped up in some factory or something. Because he was going to do deep sea welding, but that was, I don't even know if we were together then, which we are celebrating in February, our 15-year wedding
Wow.
anniversary, 15 years. So,
That's terrific.
woohoo.
Yep. I think we got married in 85. So what does that make us? Ancient is the answer. Yeah. So that's, what, 41 years this October.
All right.
That's a long time.
That's older than me, tell you that.
And you're supposed to say, you don't look that old, Jonesy.
Oh, wait, yeah. I mean, you don't look that old, Jonesy.
Yes. Well, congratulations, Shawnee. That's fantastic. And you know what? It's one thing that's missing in the society of today. Everyone's got everyone seems like, what I can see, everyone's got the easy out escape. I'm out of here. I'm gone. See you later. And yeah, it affects not just you, your children, and the families involved, all that sort of stuff. It's how society's sort of breaking down in a sort of strange way. If you think back to my parents, think back to my parents. It was you're frowned upon if you oh, she's a divorcee. Oh my Lord, what are you going out with a divorcee for? You know, that sort of stuff. But today, God, that divorcee.
I think it's the stat is 50-50, I think right now. It might even be worse. I mean, 50% divorce. And I'm not a quitter, I guess, when it comes to this relationship with him. And I made a promise to make it work. And it feels okay. I feel safe and happy, even though there's times where it's not safe and happy. And if you're married, you know what I'm talking about. But
oh yeah,
we're here.
That's why you have a nice big house. You got
That
room.
helps.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you travel a lot with activities, whether it's bands or work or whatever, and you separate and then you come back together and it's fantastic. And then I'm going away to make a lot of money this week. Oh, that'll be great. Then you come back with a lot of money and everyone's happy again. So I've lived that sort of lifestyle. That sort of helps.
There is a thing to having each own space to put their own things. So for example, I have my own bedroom and Mark has his own bedroom. We do not share because he keeps his crap and his and I keep my crap, and then nobody's arguing over it, right? We have to keep the community spaces agreed upon, but you stay out of my stuff and I stay out of his stuff, right?
Man,
Which might be weird to people.
There's a room just behind this wall here, and it's the spare bedroom, or one of the spare bedrooms. I could fill that up with that much stuff. Like if I was here by myself, I'd have all the flags out. I'd have my drums, the guitars, everything in this room right here, because it's huge. It's a very big bedroom. I don't know why they built them so big back in the day. This house is coming up to 100 years in a couple of years' time. So, I thought the man cave out the back was great. The studio, but then the daughter, she deserves some space and that. So she wanted to go out there. I can always, this is perfect for me now. I got a nice small room. And what it's done for me is made me realize what's important to have out and what's not important. And I've got tubs and tubs full of microphones and leads and mixing desks and all sorts of stuff under the house, which is not really under the house. It's like you open the door up and you walk into a room. So it's not like you got to, like, I could turn that into a real cavey cave place. That could be an idea for another YouTube channel. Just thinking out aloud. But I've got a yard. I got so much here. Like for my person my age to be managing the lawn on a hill, like a slope that's like a elevator. I keep wondering whether I should continue doing it, but like we said, as long as we can walk up steps and walk around, they said we got the perfect view, the perfect outlook. You know, it's close to town. If we want to walk down to town like my wife does, she walks into town all the time because she hasn't got a driver's license. So it's always good to have everything accessible in case I'm not here for whatever reason. So yeah. Oh, and yes, I'm only, what are we, 16 days away, I think it is, before I got to do jury duty.
Oh, that's right. I gotta write that down on the calendar. Oh.
Jury duty. Well, I've got to go get either unselected or selected. So whatever the case is about, it's the High Court as well. It's not just a normal jury. There's some big thing on the island because, anyway, it's at the High Court. There's a bunch of us all go in, and just say there's 10 of us go in and they want 7, well, they get rid of 3, so, or whatever the numbers are.
So here it's a 3-month window. They could call you anytime in this 3-month window, and you could be picked for one of them or not picked for any of them, but you have to go. So is there a window of time, like months, that you could be called to this court, or it's just this once?
It's on this date. It's when the court case starts. So you get picked to be part of the once you're in the system, though. Like I was reading a letter yesterday, and it says you've won the lottery. You know, you've been selected. Only so many Australians will be selected to serve the community by serving on a jury, and and it's all that hyping it up. But what happens here is that all the courts, they work out, who's it's not the actual court case isn't going to start that day. We all go down there, and the prosecution and the defense look at who's in the who's going to be on the jury, and just say, for instance, they don't want the thoughts of an old man there, or maybe I'll get kicked off, or just say they don't want younger people there because it's a younger crime or something. They'll get sort of flicked. But I'm just I'm sort of interested in, and they don't. If you don't go, it's a $2,000 fine, and if you do go and you get selected, you get like what is it? It's about I don't know, 80.
Yeah,
80,
they pay you something. Yeah.
$80 a day or something like that.
And isn't it messed up how you can hand pick your jury for the case? Like they can ask you questions, and depending on how you answer, like they're grooming the jury for what they want, and it's just messed up.
All right, thanks, Quint. Thanks for popping in, mate. I appreciate you. So does Shawnee. We all do. Lucky to have you aboard, brother. Thanks very much. Yeah, so it is. Like I'm getting advice from all different people saying, stand there and look angry. Like always look angry, and
Yeah, like how to answer the questions so you sound like you're strongly opinionated about whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they're telling me that, but and like court cases, they could go for 2 weeks, they could go for 2 months, they could go for 6 months. Like it could go for 3 days if they just say, okay, I'll put my hands up, okay, I'm guilty or whatever.
Yep, Mark did jury duty multiple times now.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of dreading it, but looking forward to seeing the process. Like it's something. Mrs. Radio has done it a few times. Yeah, she had to. But where we used to live, I was working away, so she had to jump on a bus, get off at another bus stop, and catch another bus, and then get down there, and then they all go in, they all get ready, and then there's something's wrong, so it's adjourned, and then she's got to jump on the bus, jump on another bus, and get home, and then I come back and say, "Hey, how'd your court case go?" And she said, not real good. I've been running around and they haven't really started." But she's right. Like, what's it about? I can't tell you. What's? Come on, you can tell us. No, I'm not allowed to say nothing. Is it something on the news that we've seen? I'm not saying. Yeah, she was like that.
Yeah, not until it's over. You can't.
No, I'll get. Yeah, you wouldn't get on YouTube and say, "Hey, I'm on a jury. I'm doing this. I'm doing
No.
that." No, you get.
I got this stupid letter, and I say it that way because I am not a person that can handle any kind of reason of why someone went to court. I'm weak. Okay, I can't handle it. And I'm a mother of 3 children, and I homeschool and I stay home with them, and they were babies. And I still couldn't get out of this letter. And so every time that I was told I was going to have to go down there, you call the hotline to see if the case got shoved forward. And it did. I was so lucky. For 3 months, I never had to find a babysitter and go down there because being in my situation wasn't enough to get me exonerated from it. So I don't want to ever get the letter ever again. I am not okay to be in a courtroom.
Well, yeah, it's actually they're building a new court too, which is interesting because I'll get to go into the old one, and then the new one's not going to be done for another year or so. But yeah,
Well,
I'll still be.
fancy. Who's
Yeah,
paying for that? No.
federal government, because it's the High Court. It's not a state court, or is it a state court? I'll have to. If it's the High Court, anyway. A lot of that stuff's federally funded. It's
Have you been in court for your
yeah.
own personal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I had a business, and the company that was were paying our workers like our workers comp accounts. Over here, you pay, just say you got so many workers, you pay X amount a year or whatever. And I was paying a little bit, like probably a third of what they expected me to be paying. And because I kept saying I've only got 2 employees, and we had a business of like 11 trucks, and they kept coming in for audits because the 11 trucks, the same person could drive. Like for instance, one person could drive the small truck into the city to do the urban run, and then come back and take the big truck up the interstate to drop off like 11 pallets, and then turn around and bring that back. And in the meantime, someone else is like, while a truck's out, another truck's being loaded. And every now and again, I did get an extra worker in here and there, but I paid the tax, I paid my insurance, and they sent this auditor in, and they said, "No, you're turning over way too much income for the staff you have. I want to go through your books." And then I said, "Here's the books, go through them." And then I left them in the office, and he come back out about 3 hours later and said, "No, I want want to see your other paperwork, your proper paperwork. I said, mate, that is the paperwork. And it was like this. Who is this idiot? And why is he harassing me? I've got work to do, because we were sort of like a bare bones sort of business. Like there was, I'd get down, open the doors. All the trucks were fueled and ready to go, and then the loads would come in. We'd unload what come in, and then we work out what's going where, and we pick the orders, and then the orders go out. I done that for about 14 years, and anyway, long story cut short, I got summons to court because they were refusing that I wasn't giving them the correct paperwork, and I was sort of, someone told me, just go to the court by yourself. Don't get a solicitor or a barrister. They'll cost you thousands. Just go in there and tell the truth. Just go in there and say, yep, you've given access. And so I went and sat in the court to watch somebody else do it and work out, is it scary? Is it bad? Is it harassment? Is it whatever? But I watched I got told to go into this court and watch what went on. So I went in there. You know how you talk to the, what is it? The person that runs, like a manager of the courts. You talk to them, and I say, hey, I'm supposed to be in here. Look, I'm going to represent myself. Is that going to be a problem? And they go, let's have a look, blah, blah, blah. Now, we really suggest you have a solicitor, if not a barrister. But, you can do it, and I'd recommend you come in on this day and watch this thing, and you'll see what it's like, whether you can do it or not. Basically, I got in there. I took all my paperwork. I had all the documents. I had everything that they wanted to see. And the magistrate said, basically wanted me to have counsel. And I said, look, there's not much to talk about here. And basically they asked for access to my paperwork, and then they asked me, did I give them access? And I said, yes, 3 times. And these are the dates. And then they went back to them and said, so you did get access 3 times? And their barrister, is saying yes, but he has blah, blah, blah. But this was all over, like all this was all over like about $5,000. So this would have cost them, would have cost me way more if I sort of lost, I'm thinking. But anyway, it ended up, it took about 10 minutes really. And then they said, so you have got access? And they said yes. And then they complained that I wasn't giving them all the access. She asked me again, have you given them all your paperwork? I said they've had full access to all my documents 3 times, unassisted. They could look at whatever they wanted to. I was busy. I got a business to run, like I can't sit in there, like 4 hours with these guys. Whenever they want to come in and tell me they're going to, raid me office and go through me stuff, I said, go for it. And basically the magistrate said, so the complainant is saying you haven't got access to his paperwork. I said, yeah, it's been proven now that you've been there 3 times. I find in favour of the defendant. Bang, next. And I'm in the elevator because it was in a high rise. I'm in the elevator with the barrister for the person going down. And my truck is downstairs. I parked my truck in a loading zone thinking this is going to take about 2 hours. I can still do a delivery after so my truck's downstairs. So I'm going down to go to work. And I was sitting in there and the barrister looks at me and I look at him. I said, mate, this is a frigging waste of time. He said, well, I'm getting paid. And that's what he said. And I said, yeah, well, not from me. See ya. That was it.
All right.
There's always a fun story with Radio Jonesy.
You do have really good stories. I was a minor and I let somebody drive my vehicle and they got in a car accident with me in it. And I told them I was mad. I told them to get away from me and they left the scene. And so that's what we had to go to court over, was the driver leaving the scene of the accident, and it was my vehicle, and it was very terrible for me I was, I don't know, 16 or 17, and that was my only one experience with being in the court and having to talk to a judge, and I hated it so much.
I'll be back in a sec. Gotta
Okay.
run.
Let's see. Gandalf says, I got evicted once 2 weeks after I moved out. So I waited till court to pay the last month on the lease. So you had submitted, Gandalf, if you're still here. I can open the chat, I just can't type to it. You had submitted, like, I'm leaving, and I don't know what kind of lease you had, but wow. Now, I have been evicted many times. I mean, I think 5. I think we've been evicted 5 times, which isn't something I'm proud of in our younger times together, Mark and I, but we've gotten that figured out, and we have not been evicted in 10 years now, so we figured that part out. But yeah, I am not good with court cases because most of them, I mean, it's bad people. And I have a weak stomach, so that's why I say, like, I am not made for those kinds of things. I'm too emotional, and I don't think I would get picked even if I made it that far. So I just want to stay far away from that life as possible. Let's see what this says. Gandalf says, here in Ohio, before 18, you see a magistrate. He has judge-like powers. Yeah, I don't know about me being in court. I don't like it. I can't talk more about that actually right now, but publicly, because there's a situation, but I'm not involved technically. So I don't know. Was a good productive day. And then let's see what this one says. Took my license twice. Oh, I got a minor consumption ticket, but I never had my license taken away. It was threatened to be taken away when I got pulled over for racing, but they didn't pull the other 2 people over, so I didn't get in trouble. 30 days, then 60 days. That's a bit of days to not have a license if you like driving. Now, I don't like driving, so I probably wouldn't care that long. Welcome back.
Yeah, had to kill a spider.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I was wondering why she was saying, come up here now. Come up here. Anyway, killed it. Apparently we got to get the place sprayed.
Yeah, because you're indoors now. We're not out in the, no spiders welcome in that room.
No, not really. Well, up the top. Who knows what's going on? What are you doing, buddy? Come here. It's a good boy.
Now he's looking for more spiders. We have moved a dresser because we just have a messed up situation with like space and bedroom sizes in this house that we live in currently. And so we had a dresser in the living room. Well, we finally figured out where to put it where it's not in the living room. And so I was moving that to put a shelf up eventually when I go get the shelf for toys, craft supplies, artsy stuff for the kids, because I'm tired of it being in a pile on a bench. And of course there was a little spider, but I did not take it out. I just left it. I swept around it and it crawled back into the wall or whatever it's living in, and it gets to hang out some more. But my spiders are not the size of your spiders, I imagine.
Oh, no, we do have some big ones, yes. It's best to find them when they're little, because then you can nip that in the bud before they get big. What's going on here? Oh, man. Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. When I was a young bloke, at my school there was 3 Stephen Joneses. Right? So anyway, me and another one become good friends. So we're in a car together going down the beach on a summer's day, and we're in this old Rover. It was an English car, Rover, and we're like a 60s style car, and we're cruising along. They're not for us, surely. And then pull over, So I wasn't driving; I was in the passenger side. License, and they don't ask for registration. It's just your driver's license, and he gives it to him. He pulls it out, and Stephen Jones, blah blah blah, comes over, and who are you? Like, because they're looking for, I don't know whether you got drugs or whatever. And I said, Stephen. He said, Stephen who? I said, Stephen Jones. Don't be a smart ass with me, young fella. And he opens the door and drags me out, stand over here. I said, I'm not lying to you, goose, and had a bit of an attitude. But that was quite amusing one day.
That's hilarious.
It was, but that was when I was, he was 17 and I was 16. So he was driving and I was still I had a learner's permit. So, when he asked who we were, when he asked who we were, that was sort of like, I thought it'd be funny, I didn't think it'd be. Yeah, I think I thought he would have looked at it and went, "Oh, geez, what's the odds of that?" I said, "Yeah," but there was 3 of us at school, and they used to say that, like, you'd be in assembly, and the principal would be finishing the talk, and then he'd say, "And Stephen Jones, can you please remain after the assembly?" And then everyone goes to their classes. And then I'm standing around, and the other one's standing around, the other one's standing around. He said, "What did you do?" I said, "I didn't do nothing. What did you do?" He said, "I didn't do nothing." And the other one says, "I think it's for me." Yeah, and then we'd sort of all be standing there near him, and he'd look at us, and he'd say, you go, you come here." Yeah, but we sort of had 4 years of that.
I had someone in my class that had the same last name as me, but we were not related, and it was spelt the same and everything. And so I got asked that for 4 years. And we line up whenever we do some alphabetical thing for the whole class.
Yeah.
I had to be next to them and everything.
Yeah, that's what we were. We were everyone is in their roll call. We're in alphabetical order, and we're side by side. 2 of us. The next one was a year older, and it was Jonesy. What's going on, Jonesy? Not much, Jonesy. I was sort of like one of those sort of stupid. Would you like an orange today? He said, "You got oranges again?" I said, "Yep." Remember the oranges I used to take to school?
I do know about the oranges that you took to school.
That's right.
I didn't know you were sharing.
With a couple of close friends. After about 2 months or 3 months of it, I thought I'd share my secrets, which turned out to be a bit of a become sort of like a local legend. What a great idea.
I think I got in the most trouble when I was in elementary school. I was in the principal's office a lot. And that wasn't because I had bad ideas. It was because I didn't understand how to tell people no. And I just did what people told me to do. So I got smart, I think, when I got older, and I stopped getting in trouble in school.
Well, yeah. I was a pretty straight-laced sort of did do nothing out of the ordinary except for that sort of done my own thing and behaved myself in sort of a strange way. But apart from that, no, it was pretty cool. I would, what would you do different if you went back with the knowledge you have now and you went back into that body of that teenager doing school? what would you have changed?
My voice, have a voice
Yeah.
to speak more. I was always just holding it inside. Things that I could have made a difference on or represented better, or I mean, just speak up, period. Use your voice.
Yeah. Well, I would have worked out, okay, I'm going to become a YouTube celebrity. How am I going to do this? Because now I know how to do it. YouTube would have been,
Yours
wouldn't
is
even,
all about money, Jonesy.
oh, yeah, buy houses, buy property. If I could go back in time, like right
Oh,
now,
as a couple, Mark and I should have bought two houses back when we could have, because that's, oh, yes.
yeah, I got plenty of stories like that too, where I said no to something and where you sure? And I go, no, I don't want to invest in that. Yeah. But you can't go back. You got to always look forward, I suppose. Okay, so Gandalf's talking about spiders. I've seen a 6-inch diameter black spider in Michigan running on top of a river. 5-inch ones in Hawaii. Also on the water. That's the other Ohio. But yes, and as we look at, we've had rain and we've had all sorts of crappy weather. As we look out to sea, sort of clearing up a bit. Well, sort of doesn't look the same on the TV as it does. The blue sky ain't coming through. Yeah. 8-legged freaks. Yep. Bloody spiders. Yankee. Here we go. What do I got to do? I got to press that. Press that. I'm getting pretty lazy on the old YouTube side of things, doing lives. I used to be sharp and quick, and now I'm just hanging out.
Well, that's what a lot of people use their lives for, Jonesy, honestly, as a hangout session.
Yeah, and that's basically, yeah, what this was about. Everyone was out. The daughter was out, and the wife was not out. Not Yeah, she was out doing something, and now she's upstairs watching something on the big screen and talking. What's for dinner? Apparently, I'm the cook. I cooked this massive omelette this morning. Oh, it had onion, spring onion, ham, mushroom, and there was milk mixed with and cheese, shredded cheese at the start. So what I do when I do an omelette, I instead of putting the egg in first, I put all the stuff in first with a sprinkling of cheese, and the cheese just binds everything together. And then when it starts to cook, it sort of holds strong enough so you can flip it. And then even if you got to flip it twice, and then it's cooking on the other side, and then you pour the egg on top, the mixture of milk and egg, and you get this big solid, I don't know what you call it. I call it an omelette, but hello, Ed's made a reappearance. But yeah, no, that's what I was doing. I done that this morning. The daughter said, "What are you cooking?" I said, "I'm going to cook an omelette." The other day I done one. I called it a pizza. I'm going to make an egg pizza, and she said, "What's that?" And I said, "You watch." And I cooked one, and she said, "Oh, can you cook me one of them?"
So did it have a crust?
Yeah, it was burnt bottom, but the burnt bottom
Oh,
was
okay.
the burnt bottom was the vegetables, and the toppings, what you'd say you'd have on a pizza, was basically the burnt bottoms, and then the eggs on top cooking away, and then right at the last minute, you flip it. But it was definitely overcooked. I think I put too much milk in the mixture, so it didn't cook up top quick enough. But anyway, I'm sort of eating basically meats. Very much.
You still are doing that? Okay, the meat
Oh
thing.
yeah.
So fish.
Yeah, no, haven't touched fish. I've just eating
Okay.
ribeyes, sirloins. We did have hamburger the other day, and I've got chicken breasts for cutting up to put in a bit of a stir fry thingy. Yeah, so hang on, we'll get in the chat. What's hosing
Hello,
down there?
Whistle Step Homestead.
Yes, Ed. Yeah, I missed your you were live on my live at 5 time. I was very upset with you, Ed.
Oh, he had a big party. You were
He did.
so upset. No. What? He had a giveaway thing and it was
He did
very
have a giveaway.
orchestrated and a community
I
effort.
I didn't want you to post this far, Ed. I watched a bit.
And then
Yeah.
he had a birthday the other day. Did you see that?
Yeah. I watch from afar. Jonesy,
Have you been lurking?
I do. I do a lot of
Yeah.
lurk lately. Like if I lurk, I get to see what's happening, and then I don't have to watch and read chat just in case someone's talking to me. I can still do what I'm doing.
That's a good point. Yeah, because then there's that pressure. Once you announce that you're there, there's a pressure of, is someone talking to me
And then
versus just listening?
yeah, then you got to scroll back through the chat to make sure no one says a comment to you, and then you go, "I'm free," and then yeah. But like I was on Eddie's. I put my I was very upset with Eddie. Ed, I put in my I've been a member there for 38 months. It didn't even read it out. Didn't even read it out. And then I put,
Gandalf is leaving. Good night, Gandalf.
well, we've beaten Gandalf. Yeah, and then
Yeah, you're gonna have to bring that up with Eddie.
oh yeah, I'm very disappointed. And he done a members live the other day. I'm at work at about I don't know, 10:30, quarter to 11. I look at my phone and it said Devil Dog's live. I said, well, he can't be live at this time of the day. And then I opened it up and they all said, oh, we've been bagging you out today, Jonesy, about how you don't keep up with the chat. Well, I went in his chat today, didn't even mention me. I went in there 4 or 5 times. Never heard, he didn't acknowledge me once. I think he's blocked me. See, that's my new thing. I can say that now. I think he blocked me.
You know, I have not done a members only live yet, but I was invited to one the other day for a channel that has quite a few subscribers and members. So I got to see like how would someone run one, and it was just the same as a regular live stream, and it was a smaller audience. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to have a members only live, do I make it really extra like a course special, or do I make it just a Q&A hangout?
I reckon
Because
a
I like
hangout. Yeah,
what
because
do you
hangout because you're not gonna. I think when you do a members live, you don't get the watch time, you don't get the ad revenue, you don't get any of that goes with it. It's like
no ad revenue?
I'm pretty sure you don't.
Really? Okay, I have no clue. And the way I was thinking of it as a way to get more members, like, hey, I have this live stream forever in the members section that was a great class on blah blah blah. Join and become a member to go watch it. But I don't know if that's a good tactic or not.
Hey Ed, that's fantastic, mate. 22,773 subscribers, mate. Very good. You get a round of applause. I think my my book's upstairs with all my numbers. But every day I'm getting 2 and 3 on all my channels. So I don't know why that's happening, but every day it's still growing. I'm still snowballing along. So I'm not going to do what other people are doing. But mate, 22,000. Oh, that's fantastic, mate.
Okay,
That's
Whistle Stop, you're doing a members only live tomorrow, I saw you say. And remind me, is this your first time doing a members only live? It sounds like you know that you still get revenue, I think was your other comment. Yes, you do. It's the same thing as going a regular live. You're just doing it for your members.
okay. I remember seeing something somewhere else saying with memberships, YouTube won't do the ads or you don't get the revenue from the ads. But I haven't done one, so
No, I got this gifted membership to this bigger channel, and I actually need to go binge watch all the members only stuff because I'm not gonna renew my membership, to be honest. Can't. But I just like the data on like what are they putting out there for their members because their members are paying way more than what I charge mine. And
yeah.
I just like seeing, what are people paying for here, right?
Okay. Well, maybe on the real huge channels, I don't think you need to worry about being too efficient. Maybe you need to do like uh, on the members thing. Maybe do like a sticker, some sort of sticker that you want to give to a member at the end of the live. You'll randomly, I don't know how to do it, but randomly pick a commenter, some comment that really resonated with you, or someone who talked something, and then if you do that regularly, then you can sort of spread them out, like give one or two away to this live, and then on the next live, you might be lucky enough to, win a.
Yeah, it was like they have 3 tiers, and only the second and third tier get invited to this live stream. So they're paying like at least $4 or something to be a member for that tier.
Yeah.
And they have over 400,000 subscribers, but they only have like 10 people attend their live for members only live. But of course, those members can have a replay on it. I was just trying to get ideas for like the business side of it. But I hear you on like the
Well,
sticker thing. Yep.
let me. White Rock Homestead do the first Tuesday of every month at 11 o'clock. So they are whoever's on live at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday, or is it a Monday? I think it's a Tuesday. So membership lives, you don't get to see numbers, that you don't know how many's in there. You'll see the chat moving, but I won't tell you there's 10, 15, 30, 40. It
You
won't, it
can't
won't
see the participants number?
you can't see how many's there, no. None at all. They don't show that on a members live. All you see is the chat. So you get a rough idea. Like if you come in there as a member, you're not going to not comment. You wouldn't think. But I think
I
I was
wonder what
one
the
of
analytics look then. I wonder what the analytics look like when you have a members only live and then you go back afterwards to read the chart.
it's the only way you're going to learn how to do it is to give it a crack. That's what they say. Give it a go. But I'll probably go for another 10 minutes, Shawnee, on the half hour of the live, and 2.5
Okay.
hours. I'll call it quits, and it is 5:30. I'll go up and prepare some. We've got some sirloins with a nice butter mix with, I don't know what's inside the butter, but it's got like herbs and stuff in it. So they were in a packet. You buy the packet; it's pre-packed with this.
Yeah, some kind of compound. Okay.
Yeah, sounds lovely, but it tastes good. It's something different. I got or chicken. I don't know. We got a choice, but
Well, and you guys can grill. Like we can grill, but it's a lot more difficult right now to grill the
yeah,
meats.
Mate, I got about 10 minutes to go, but here you go, mate. Yeah, welcome in. Here we go. We'll get invite a guest.
I took steak and I cut it up and I put seasoning and cornstarch on it for like a
Yep.
coating, and then I fried it like in a wok, and then took it out of the pan, and then I added a bunch of ginger, garlic, onion, dried up pepper, the red, what are those called? Chilies or cayennes or whatever,
Yep.
and sauteed those up with soy sauce and sugar, and then put the steak back in because then it makes like a sticky glaze. And man, it's like you don't even realize you just ate 4 steaks. Like when you're eating it like that, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's like just like the omelets. Here we go. We've got
Well, your omelet is loaded with so much nutrition and protein if you're making them like that.
they're good. They're filling and they're very good. Welcome in, Ed. Good to see you, my friend.
Howdy,
Welcome to
folks.
the stage. Hello.
And
I
good to
love
see
my
you.
new setup.
Yeah, property looks magnificent. Look at it.
See the mic, Jonesy?
Very nice. Yep.
And now I have 3 monitors. I actually have a real, as if you can see down here.
Yep.
Right
I believe you. Yeah.
there.
Hang on. Let's have a look. What do you got?
Hold on.
Yeah.
There's,
Nice.
it's hard to see, but there's the
Yeah, the
tower.
tower. Yep.
There's one monitor.
Very nice. Yep.
There's the next monitor.
Excellent.
And there's the third monitor.
Good to see you got the Australian content going.
That's what was on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I'm gonna start a second channel doing a podcast
Okay.
by
Nice.
myself. I was supposed to do it with someone else, but that was a joke.
Can you share the topic of the podcast yet?
It's
Or
going to
what?
be a whole bunch of different topics every week.
Okay. It's got like
It's going to
Something-
be. I'm going to have a topic about YouTube. I'm going to
Yeah.
have a topic about the shorts because people are someone that I was going to do a podcast with that lives in California says the shorts don't mean nothing. People need to stop doing it.
That's me.
Stop
Uh-oh.
subscribing to other people because
Right.
that doesn't help your channel. Stupid stuff like that I want to address
Yep.
because
I
I've been
see.
on here for
Oh.
6 years.
That's the
Big-
conversation. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's like YouTube conversation. Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do, about truck driving, guarding, chickens, because I deal with more chickens than anybody on YouTube a day. I do 1 truckload of chickens. It's 196,000 chickens.
But didn't you say you just quit your job?
I didn't quit my job.
Didn't you
I
say
get paid.
you?
I get paid too well to quit my job.
I'm sure what was it? I handed in my resignation today or something.
That was
wasn't
Planet
me.
Jonesy, I thought.
Ah,
My husband used to work on a chicken farm with many, many barns, and he eventually did feed for them too. And the amount of chickens add up so quickly. And so I hear you on when you talk about the sounds or the smells or going in and out and listening to chickens. I've been there. He doesn't work for that company anymore, but
Yeah,
it's a life.
I carry enough chickens on my truck to do 3.5 houses. Each house that I go into, we put, 27,200 birds per house.
So for biosecurity as the driver, you're saying you're going in the barn?
I have to drive a 3-wheel forklift into the barn.
Oh, you do get to have access to the forklift. Okay.
Yeah,
So do you have
I
to
carry.
put on PPE
I have to put on-
to go in there?
I have to put this blue jumpsuit on, this paper thin, and
Yep.
these little plastic booties over my feet. And I'm supposed
Yeah.
to wear a hairnet. And I told them they can basically shove the hairnet.
Oh, probably this thing too then.
Nope. Don't have
No?
to put one on my beard. As long as I have my hat on and I have the blue suit on, they're fine.
I wondered about that, but I never asked you because, yeah, we did the whole chicken life for a while. It was a crappy job.
Well, yeah, for what they do. What I do, I mean, they pay me almost $31 an hour. So,
Did you say you're on vacation right now?
yes, I am.
That's what I thought.
I had my birthday on Wednesday, so I had the day off. It was my day off anyways.
And belated
then I
happy
took-
birthday. Yep.
Thank you, Jonesy. And then I took Thursday and Friday off. But what I liked about it, I was at home doing YouTube and getting paid for work because they paid me for my birthday.
Nice.
Yeah. I have another question while you're up here, Ed.
Sure.
When you're talking about your podcast, are you going to be using an RSS feed to put it on YouTube, so it's going out to like Spotify and Amazon or whatever, or are you just filming it and putting it on YouTube under podcasts and videos?
For now, I'm going until I learn more about it because I'm doing research on it.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube under a different channel name. It's going to be called Whistle Podcast.
But you do know once you do the live, Ed, and you talk about the podcast, there's a spot where you move it to it's YouTube podcasts.
Yes.
You've seen that, yeah. And
Well,
I was
heard about
told.
it.
Well, I did one. It's gone better than my others. I was told to put it there, so it's only got like a couple of hundred views, but there was only a handful of people in the live. Like
Right.
it wasn't like it was going to be it's like this sort of live, like only a handful of people, and it's still getting views. But the subject matter, I don't know whether it was the subject matter because I called it the pros and cons of moving to Tasmania. So whether it's the subject matter, but I am continually getting views, and like I think last, I think the 7-day count or was it a 24-day count? Anyway, it was like $7 or $8 that it made over I had a look at that the other day. So
Yeah, I
I'll
think
get
your
somebody.
point is possibly podcasts are getting pushed out in the algorithm. Is that your
Yes,
point?
they are. From what I've heard, doing a podcast, you get pushed out a lot harder for a lot more places.
It's like what they used to do with shorts, and now shorts are sort of shorts with me do not work, Ed. You might get 1,000 views, but you might make 5 cents.
Exactly. I've got one that I just put. I did a whole interview and I did really well on it. And I did a bunch of shorts out of that interview and got over 1,000 views, but I shut them all down.
I got anyway, I've been searching for that comment. I couldn't find it.
Okay,
But
hold
all
on.
the-
Question. Do you? Oh, go ahead.
Yep, no. I was just going to say all the advice I've been getting from my contacts is saying, don't waste your time on shorts. Long form is where YouTube monetization is. You know, like if you can get a 12-minute video to get mid-rolls, start mid-rolls and ending ads, you're doing well. If you can get someone to stay for an hour, you're getting like three rolls of ads every half an hour. So, and they are paying pretty good, but
Okay, my next question for Ed for the podcast plan is it being recorded live or pre-recorded and then released?
The first couple, I'm probably going to do a pre-recorded because I'm going to be nervous doing it. Because actually, starting on the 16th of February, I'm actually taking a class to get certified for a podcast certificate. Because I want to learn it, and they're going to help me with the materials I need.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I'm going to pay for it all, but I want to take a course on it to learn it, and then I'll start doing the live ones. But for right now, I just want to do a couple of pre-recorded ones.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's
There's
practice.
nothing wrong with education, Ed. So
On
Good on you.
on
And it's
my
not expensive.
no, but if you have a look at my Australian Radio Indie channel, I've got the podcast series there. We got paid from a third source to do interviews with musicians. So, we did all that's why I bought the Rode, the my mixing desk here and the microphones and all the gear. Because when I started YouTube, I had all the gear because I'd done the podcast series on, and it's basically not rocket science. It's the who, what, where, and when, right? That's the golden rule. They'll probably teach this. It's the who, what, where, and when. So the subject matter. It's who, what are they about? Where are they? And what are they doing? And when do they do it? If you sort of, when you're talking to us about a subject and you keep the who, what, where, and when close by, this is another radio thing as well. But it's if you got that in your head, then something will click during the conversation, and you'll go, oh yeah, this is the next thing I'm going to talk about, is because why you're doing it, and it's going to be when, and it's going to be whatever. But if I done a stack of them interviews over there, and then it was weird because we were paid to do them. We weren't paid for them to be successful. They trusted. They just wanted them out on YouTube so they could promote them. They didn't get tons of views either, but they were very happy with they kept coming back for more. And what they wanted us to produce, and what we said, we will do what you're asking, but we'll add this, and this, because this is part of our dynamic, our radio station, our we want to interview some other people as well in that 1 hour. And they were happy with it because they just wanted to see what we could produce. And man, me and another guy used to do it. He used to come to my place, and we did it on our my apartment. Getting weird noises on the staircase.
I'm excited to hear about your class, Ed, if you're going to share the formula they give you as far as your intro hook, if there's supposed to be a jingle, how to do the ad break. If you get a sponsor for some reason, you always read a little thing from them, because I watch No Till, their podcast, but the video version, and it'll be exciting to see what they say for time, format, formula, right?
Third party
class.
Yeah.
There is a channel that I watch, and they're a YouTube channel. I've been watching them since 6 years. And they left Washington. He was a cop, and he quit his job, and they went to 40 acres in Idaho, I think it is, and lived in a barn inside a trailer with 6 people. And they have a podcast, and then I'll tell you what it is as soon as I can find them. They're doing very well on it, and I like listening to them. Yeah. Simple. I can't remember their names. I watch them all the time.
Well, that's good that you have an example of what works.
Yes, and what they're doing is they started off on their own. It's just wife and husband sitting across from each other. And then all of a sudden they're branching out and they're meeting like big time celebrities and interviewing them and all that. Will I ever get to that point? Maybe. But right now I want to interview like you, Shawnee, because you are freaking amazing, knowledgeable with gardening stuff. So if I get good enough at podcasting and interviewing, you're the one person I definitely want to hit up. Jonesy, I want to hit up because he's done radio and all that. So you two I've had in mind for the last 2.5 months that I've been thinking about doing this. Mm-hmm. One, you're good at gardening too, Jonesy. Don't get me wrong. But you got the knowledge of radio and all that. Shawnee is, at your young age, I wish I knew just a quarter of what you know about gardening. You are very knowledgeable, and I
I
want to
really appreciate those kind words. I think after you've had some practice, if we can get something scheduled, I can't say it live right now, but there's lots of stuff getting in the way of all of that. And
Yeah.
so I hear you, and definitely keep me on the list. And Jonesy can tell a lot of stories.
Yes,
You'll
he
have to
can.
have him on more than
Oh, I
once.
will.
I can read. I can.
I'm practicing right now, trying to
Yeah.
do interviews with just different smaller channels or bigger channels. Like Sunday,
All right, we got a few. We got a few minutes left here, Ed. Let's just say you're the host. Come on, introduce yourself, and then come in with.
oh no, you're
That's
not putting
fine.
me on the spot like that.
No.
Nope.
It's as easy as this. Like I could come, like basically you could go.
I don't know what you guys are talking about because I just got busted for being on a panel when I said I didn't have anyone to hang out with.
By your husband?
Yeah.
Shame on you.
He's not, he knows everybody, but he was like, I thought you weren't going on YouTube tonight.
Yeah, I'd say Radio Jonesy twisted your arm. But
I
just say,
totally did say that.
for instance, like I'm like this, and I'm going, "Hey, welcome to the podcast." And in today's interesting conversation, I have one of the YouTube's new young sensations. She's a go-getter. She's out there. She's doing her thing. If you don't know or you haven't met Shawnee Grows, let's welcome Shawnee to the channel, to the podcast. And then
Hey,
Shawnee,
gardeners, tell me what you're working on. This week, I am going to have a conversation with you, Team Replay, in the comments section. Let's get into our topic today. We're
Yeah,
discussing wallabies eating the garden.
that's it. And after we have a chat, then we say, and we have a third wheel downstairs. We have one of our up and coming homesteading builders who's a very interesting character. He's got plenty of experience with chickens. Let's welcome in Whistle Stop. This is Ed.
See,
then-
I would freeze.
And then
I would
come in.
totally freeze. But
No,
yeah,
but you just got to be yourself,
I know
Hey.
it's something I have to work on, especially with these freaking lights.
You look really red.
Yeah, it's because I have a light sitting on top of my desk for this
If
green screen.
if I was gonna give you any advice about doing a podcast,
Quit being nervous.
with you in that studio right now,
Oh no, I'll change. This is just for me now.
I'd have you a little bit larger.
Something
know,
like
like-
this.
Yeah, mate, that's about right.
I've got to move that light.
Yeah,
It does make me look funny.
you're whitewashed. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got settings. The light's usually got different settings.
yeah, they
you
go
can-
up higher or lower
Yeah, get it down to the lowest low and see what you get.
if I can reach it from here. Hold on.
We'll help you while you're here.
Let's
That's what
see.
we do here in the YouTube community of Radio Jonesy. We're here to see. That's getting better. Yeah, whiteness is disappearing. One more. There you go. You're almost there. Have you got another one to go down?
Yep,
That's it. I'd stick there.
it's almost gone.
Oh, it's affecting your.
Yeah, I'd have to go into Chroma King.
That gets your face right for the camera.
It's hard to get these just right.
Man, I'm over the green screens.
I'm about ready.
Just
be
find yourself a room,
Yeah,
like a spot, a location where you can put like maybe one bookshelf and a lamp, or you watch other people. They got blue lights. Usually, a blue light sets the tone, the
this
mood.
would probably help a lot better. If I put this, nope.
Well, thankfully, there's all these videos on YouTube on how to properly light up your. So, I don't know about any of them though, because I just put up
Yeah.
a thing and call it good. Yeah.
See, I can go from where I am here with this camera, and I can either go. Come on, work for me.
It's just hard to get it perfect,
So
Yeah, like
go-
there's no auto button.
No. Well, there's buttons.
Yeah.
It's got to be able to adjust it just right by barely moving it. See, there's my shirt. It's better.
Oh, I didn't notice. I can do that now on screen with StreamYard. You got the arrow next to the dots.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
The
top-
maximize button, you
Yeah.
just now see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
That's funny.
How long's that been there for?
A while, dude.
Well, see this bottom part, it's always going to be that way unless I cover it up with the green screen. But see, that's a better image now.
Yeah. I'm sure
I'm
you're
working on all this. I've had
You-
this is OBS. I've had it for like a week. So I'm trying to work on it.
Yeah.
And that is bright.
I get it.
What are you gonna you're gonna use your you with Eddie and that with whatever they're using? It's not StreamYard. What are they using?
EV Mux.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one I'm still. I like it a lot better than StreamYard.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just playing with the free versions.
yeah, I pay 30 or $25 a month, no
See,
matter what.
but see how all them companies are American, right? So that
Uh,
$25 for me would be about almost $40 a month. That'd be about 38, something like that.
Well, for the pro version of it is $39.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
just doing the minimum, but
Mhm.
also I'm going to work tomorrow morning. As soon as I get done cutting up my brisket, I just got done doing after 12 and a half hours. It's
Gee.
resting. I don't have a cooler to put it in. They said put it in something. So I stuck it in my oven. My oven don't work. So it's still wrapped up and it's got to sit in there for 4 hours. This thing, every time I pick it up, you can feel it breaking. It's that tender.
Nice.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to work on doing videos on DaVinci.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit more of a challenge for me for editing software. But I have Webb's Web, which is Ralph.
Yeah.
You
right.
guys all know. I have Eddie. I have Jerry.
You
if
got
I
a good
need
community. Yeah.
So
Good
I do have
community.
people. Yeah, I do have people that can help me.
It's like I was probably where you were maybe 3 years ago, Ed, with the YouTube. Eddie and Gary wasn't much of a help. Gary was more of a I can help you with this and help you with that, but he didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
Eddie was the man, and obviously Ralph, he was guiding Eddie at the same time back then. And now Eddie's a pro at it now. Like
Eddie's really good at it.
yeah, he's picked it up really well.
And he's helped me out a lot. Like with my live stream today for my giveaway.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing except talk to everybody. He ran the both wheels, and Eddie's like, after the end of it, he's like, how much you think you gave away? I go, at least $400 to $500 worth of stuff.
So who won the final spin on Eddie Singh today? On the wheel.
I would have, but
You gave it to who?
I gave it up. I said, after 6 wins,
yeah,
I
yeah.
won 6 times. I'm just like, no, I'm done. Go ahead and let somebody else win. So he gave it to the 2 other people that were on the wheel
Oh, good.
because we had 2 more spins to go.
Yeah.
So I pulled my name out of it and just said, you know what, give it to these 2 guys. Each one of them win. And he's like, yeah, that's good. He says, since you won 6 times.
Yeah, but you're paying for the privilege. It's not like you.
Oh, I paid a lot of money for that.
I seen it, mate. I was watching.
Yeah.
Did you see
But you know what? I
did-
try to help out Eddie
Oh, he's a
and
good guy.
Jamie.
Trust me. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Jamie's got 20 or 48 coffee cups of mine.
Okay.
That I paid for 4 of them to be shipped out, done and shipped out. So 4 people won coffee cups of mine. Jonesy, I want to get you one with the rest of my stuff. And I got to find out how much it's going to cost to get it to you.
I would, mate. Wait for me to come over there and just give me one.
What? I'll be dead time you come over here.
Probably, but yeah. Well, you have a look at the price and then have a heart attack, and then
Probably.
That's up to you to decide.
Yeah.
When Miss Rebecca, I won a prize on one of the wheels, and it was one of the hats from her. She almost fainted and said,
I bet.
I can't afford that. I said, no. You tell me, I'll pay you the money. And like I paid, I could have.
All I need you to do is email me an address
Yeah.
so I can look it up, because I'd love for you to have one of my coffee cups there in Australia.
Well, that'd be fantastic, Ed. And you've been like, I think I first met you over with, I think Brenda. Were we on Brenda and all them hanging out?
Yeah, that was about
3 years ago.
Yeah, about 3 years now.
Yeah, that was a while back.
You want to hear who came into my live stream today?
Okay. There's a giveaway.
Jason Crocker.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I was like, is he really in here? And I said, Jason, I met you and your dad and all that and your family. I go, you have my condolences on your dad. And he's like, I appreciate that, man. And then he was gone.
Yeah, look, I'm like, I heard all the bad reports. Everyone's saying bagging him out, right? Everyone's been bagging him out. And then I sort of didn't. I was sort of thinking, okay, he's a full-time YouTuber. He's doing YouTube, and he was on his property, whatever that ranch was, Shotgun Ranch or whatever it was called.
Yeah, Shoot Dang Ranch.
Yeah, Shoot Dang Ranch. That's it. And I was watching a bit of his stuff, and then I'm thinking, oh yeah, he's pretty cool. I'm watching what he does, how he does it, like how he films things, how he edits, and he's like, I think he's a bass player, so he's a bit of a musician as well.
He's a musician, plus he did basically going around filming and editing for bands.
Yeah, he's a sound engineer as well. Yeah, mate, me and him have got a lot in common. I did a lot of that stuff myself. Bands were paying me to do their music videos. So I used to go around and shoot. I've probably got, this is when this little laptop here was working beautifully. I've got 30 or 40 YouTube videos out for bands. Like, I've done all their music videos. And some of the bands would say, they called it ARI Productions, like Australian Radio Indie Productions. And they say, at the end of the video, there'd be, thanks ARI Productions for producing or whatever, or produced by ARI Productions. So that's me. I've done all that a while ago. But I watched him, and now I watch him with enjoyment, because he's got the new baby. He's on his next marriage, doing his thing, and
and they bought a new house or a different place to live.
Yeah, smart move. Like,
but he went in there and started destroying it to redo it all, which is pretty cool.
It was cool. What do you got? Hang on. I got to get something off the dog.
Charlie. Boy. So you were not supposed to be on YouTube, and you got caught and busted.
We were watching our show together, and he fell asleep at like 8:15. And then I go, hey, are you going to stay awake for this? And he's tried for another hour. At 9:15, he just went to bed. And normally I go on a live stream at 9:30 at night, and they didn't have their show tonight. So I'm literally like flipping around YouTube streets and like, oh, maybe I need to go to bed early. And then I see Jonesy goes on live, and I'm like, heck yeah. And so I ended up finding somewhere anyways.
I released that video, and then you put the comments, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah,
and
I was bored. Yeah.
You know what? She's watching stuff. I'm going to go live and see if she's out there. That was one.
I came to that one live, and you wasn't talking. You were just showing the city, and I was like, "Is this him just having a live, just showing everything and not saying nothing?"
That's at the start, waiting for people to come in. Maybe
it could be.
Sometimes
I said hello to everybody, and there was nothing. I was like, okay, well, I got to get my brisket and all that. Today? That was tonight.
Okay, yeah, I saw you say hi.
Yeah.
Earlier tonight. Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry about that, man.
Oh no, you're good, Jonesy.
Yeah. I might
But
have had.
I've been on YouTube so much since Wednesday. I did a live Wednesday. I went live Thursday. I was on a I was going to go on a live Friday, but two people ruined it for me. And then Saturday, I'm going to do 2 tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm going to be busy.
I'm thinking of doing a live tomorrow at some stage myself because I'm at home but I'm probably going to film for one of, I got 3 channels getting ad revenue now. So if Tasmania Island Live, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been like a video every second or third day. So that's the way I'm running that one. This channel that I'm going to be talking on, I'm going to be doing little talking points. And you know what, Ed? Here's when you got Jerry, right? Here's something for you. When you got Jerry listening, or he's in your chat or whatever, and when you're talking about YouTube, and you're talking about YouTube growth, a guy I know, he was training me for about 4 months. He was helping me out. He was giving me advice like free. He runs training courses for YouTubers, and he's got like, I don't know, near 400,000 subscribers. He's Australian as well, so he's one of the bigger Australian YouTubers. Long story, but he was talking to me about my channel, so he gave me a whole heap of advice. The big thing he said was your subscribers and your views. He said you know your channel is working when you're getting 10% of your subscribers as viewers. So if you've got like for instance, I've got like 1,300 subscribers. I need 130 views a video, and you know it's working. Even though you could get 1,000 views, you could get, and we're not talking shorts, we're talking long form. So, it's called. He calls it. I had On Tour with Radio Jonesy, and then if you probably noticed last year, I started this one. Mm-hmm. Dog's making noises. What are you up to, buddy? Anyway, he told me to start fresh, so I started the second channel, which was this one, and this one got monetized quicker than the other one, but we had there was a bit of help with the video. One video went well with 23,000 views, and that got me about 1,500 watch hours, and that sort of springboarded me in. But he said, grow organically, right? Don't push for advertising for subs, and don't buy bananas. Don't do all that stuff. Just put videos out there, and the cycle will work. Trust in the algorithm. Trust in the YouTube gods. Just go down your track of your conversations. YouTube's going to send you out there, and slowly you'll grow. And that's what happened here with this channel. And I'm not really working it too good, but I'm going to try to change it this month.
Right.
But if you're working with Jerry tomorrow or whatever, and you're going to want to get him in the ribs, poke him in the ribs, say, oh yeah, I'm really loving the organic growth on my channel, because he hates that.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
It would get his goat.
Oh man, I say it all the time now. I said, oh yeah, I'm still got to, because he had, like, he's doing the the YouTube advertisement promotions, which is fantastic. Like, if he's got to where he's got, that looks amazing. On the other hand, like, just me to you speaking, I would rather have 1,000 subscribers and 100,000 views than 100,000 subscribers and 1,000 views, if you know what I mean. You know, like, I would rather that. And that's what this guy called Marcus, that's what he was telling me. He was saying, just let it happen. He said, it does work. It's the most sophisticated algorithm out there, they say, what runs YouTube. It's all bots, basically, going off your title, your tags. Tags are a dicey subject at the moment. Some people are saying they're not, but I still do 3 or 4 keywords, right? So your title's got to have something that people are going to look for, and you just do a thumbnail. You like get a thumbnail that looks, because it's like shopping at the. He told me, remember the good old days when you used to go into the video store to hire a video, and you looked at all the covers.
Yeah.
And you thought, well, this one looks good. I might hire this one. Well, that's the attitude you got to have when you make your thumbnails. You got to try to have a thumbnail that makes people want to pick it off the shelf and watch it.
And I've got to do better thumbnails. I know mine. My whole editing.
All right, Ed, thumbnails. I'll give you a 101 thumbnails. Take a picture of whatever you with the subject or you with whatever.
Yeah.
Go to ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT exactly what you want, and it pumps it out, and it costs you nothing. Like
what? You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to send me that.
Look, that's the picture I took. The thumbnail was going to be "Stay Silent."
Yeah.
All right. So that's the picture I took sitting here, and I sent that picture to ChatGPT and say, I want to have a blue background. I want to have "Stay Silent" with the YouTube logo, and that's what they did. It's that simple.
Okay, I need to find my pen. What is this? Is it an app?
It's the AI. Surely you've done ChatGPT.
No.
Oh, jeez, you've been living under a rock.
Yeah, because I'm not. All I've been doing is taking pictures.
Like, listen. Stop now. Well, I got you.
Okay.
You're doing a podcast on a subject. You go to ChatGPT. You say, I am Ed from my YouTube channel, Whistle Stop Homestead. I am going to do, or whatever channel you're going to call it, I'm going to do a podcast on this subject. Can you give me some pointers and maybe give me some information I could be talking about? I mean, they will pump out a whole heap of information, and then they'll narrow it down or expand it depending on whatever you want. You've just got to know what you want. So you ask it, and it's like your personal slave. It's like your secretary. Like, it'll search all the stuff and give it to you within a minute, like that. Man, everyone's using it. If you're not using it, you're missing out.
I've never heard of it before. No one's ever said anything to me or mentioned it.
I'm your YouTube advisor.
Okay, what's it called again?
Can we put in
ChatGPT?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, then G. P. T. You put that in your phone. Like, you got your phone on you now?
Yeah.
Put that in your phone now.
Where?
Right?
Just
search. Go to YouTube. Google. Go to Google. Google, yeah.
Chat GPT.
How do you think Shawnee Groves knows all this information?
Because she's freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's a tool that I use to write my titles and descriptions, so the YouTube algorithm knows where to put my videos and my live streams.
Okay.
I don't use it enough, but now you found it. Okay, so you want to
hold on. I got to turn off my background.
For instance, all right. But just
your screen is too bright, is all. Just you turn your brightness down.
That's what I'm doing.
I just use the browser version. I don't download the app, and you can stay logged out. You don't have to log in.
Okay. Well, I use it on the phone.
Wondering.
So when I use it, like Ed,
it's focusing.
Is that? Hang on. Is that?
So there's an official ChatGPT website he's showing at the top.
And then the one down at the bottom.
Yeah,
the bottom is talking about the app.
Yeah, you want to go to the ChatGPT official website? Is that the one?
Okay. Yeah, it says official JBT website.
Yeah. Well, I've got
What
mine's
can I help you with?
see. Yeah, that's it.
So-
See here. I got the app on my phone.
So now you can ask it a question like, hey, I want to start a podcast. What are the first steps? Write that in there.
Where do I write it at?
Uh,
Oh, okay,
well,
there it goes.
Yeah, you could even talk to it. You could even hit the microphone and talk to your
I
phone.
want to start a podcast. What do I need to do? Okay.
This will be your new
Holy crap.
Yeah, this will be your new personal assistant.
Yeah, well, idea
So
starting
did
a
it give you
podcast
steps?
way quite a few.
Yeah.
Like so far
See, what
10
the
10
trick
different
is?
steps.
Yeah, what the trick is, Ed. You've got to know what you want. You got to know what to ask. If you ask it, it gives you the stuff that you want. If you're not sure, it gives you a big fuzzy bit of information. Then you sort of got to narrow it down on what you're really looking for.
So you could be more specific with, I want you to be a YouTube analyst professional. Here's my channel. I have this many subs. This is my demographics. Tell me 5 ways I could grow my channel in the next 3 months. And here's a blueprint.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll give you all that information. It'll give you all sorts of information. Whether it's good for you or bad for you, it gives it to you.
I've used it to write a 3-week emergency food plan to double check if I have my stuff together. I've used it to make a chore chart and a bedtime routine chart for my household.
Have you registered with it, Shawnee, or you just?
I have a account that I log into that's free on my.
You know what?
computer.
I haven't even done that.
Yeah, see, they have one here. It's called it's from apple.com. It says install Chat GPT app for free.
Well, that's what I've got on my phone, but my phone is a Galaxy.
Yeah, I got an Apple
When
phone.
I log in, it saves all my conversations in
It
so I
remembers
can go
everything.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to actually do that now.
Okay, here's one right here. It's Chat GB. Oh, that's a chatbot assistant.
You should get this. See this, Ed? You should get something like, full screen, something like that.
Yeah.
And you just up there, you can have the new chat. Like you press new chat, and then it comes up with how can I help you and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that didn't come up on that first one.
And usually I press the microphone and I talk to it, and it just spits it out.
Yeah. See, when I do it, son of a.
Anyway, this is a great tool, mate. Once you get to know how to use it, see.
I was going to show you what it shows. That's all it shows on this one. And then I just ask down here at the bottom, there. It types in what it wants.
It'll say sign up for a free account.
It says log in.
Yeah, I haven't done that myself, but Shawnee's done it. I'll probably do that myself because then it remembers everything. Because then, like you can give it photos. You sit back and take some weird photos of yourself.
Yeah.
And then can you do me a thumbnail with the title, or can you do me a thumbnail of me? Whatever you want to be doing. If you want to be walking dogs, ice skating, you say whatever you want, and it will do it for you. Can I be shaking hands with whoever?
And then when I get that on my phone, I can email it to myself and put it on my computer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do. Anything I want on the hard drive.
You can go on your computer and go to Google and type in ChatGPT and do it on your computer and just download it from there too. It doesn't. It works on a computer too, not just a phone.
Yeah, I just have to transfer the picture or whatever up there.
Oh,
which
like
is
if you
not hard.
took a picture with your phone. I get what you're saying now. Yeah,
but I
sorry.
figured out how to transfer from my phone to this computer, so that's a good thing.
You want to grow smarter
So-
every day.
Ed, this is kind of one of the things that I use. So I go and I have an idea for a topic, and I might have a book that helps me with it, or I might have read an article that helps me with it, and I go to my ChatGPT and I say I want to have a live stream about, maybe we'll say the mycorrhizal fungi or something, and then I go, how do I talk about this to make it easy for people? I need a hook, I need a question, I'm going to do the lesson, and then I need a way to close it. And then I'll go out and get actual websites to back it up or a YouTube video to back it up, and then I teach it. So it's not that I know everything from my heart, it's that I love the chase. I love the research and to provide it to people where it makes sense. Because sometimes when you read something, you're like, I don't get it still. Hey, Troy. So that's a
Sure.
little secret to how I run my show.
And you do fantastic.
Right. See this, Ed?
Yes.
This is my logo. I done this one
right.
myself, and then I said I sent that ad. I said, can you spice it up a bit? And they sent me these two different.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I could use one of them.
Yeah, and that's all from this ChatGPT.
Yeah, you got to upload a picture. That's why I use my phone.
Right.
Because all my stuff's sort of basically on here. So I just uploaded that and I said, can you spice that up a bit, get it a bit brighter? And they come back with that.
That's awesome.
That's how I designed my merch. I used ChatGPT. I took the image, I put it into Printify, and I put it on stuff. And that's how I've made all my merch.
I think that white one would look good on a t-shirt.
It would. But also that black one would look good on a red shirt.
Okay.
Or even blue.
Well,
I'll definitely be looking into this more tomorrow because it's already 1 o'clock in the morning my time.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, I'm Central Time too. So
yeah, it's 6 nearly here PM.
See, when I do my live stream tomorrow, you'll be asleep, Jonesy.
What time are you going live?
4 o'clock Central Time.
No, 4 o'clock. That's going to be about 11 o'clock at night in the daytime, isn't it?
For you?
4 o'clock.
When you did live at 5, Jonesy, what time was it your time? 10?
Yeah, 10 o'clock. Yeah, so that'll be 9.
So 4 is 9 a.m.
That'll be 9 a.m. your time.
I should be up. I should be down the beach, actually.
Yeah, because I thought you said one time when I went live, you're like, I was just waking up. And
I'm sure I was.
Yeah.
I know when YouTube Police does his lives, that's way early in the morning for me.
Too early for anybody.
He's going hard. The downside with that, he's trying to get that monetized, which is like a goal and an effort he's going through. Unless you've got a plan for the channel, you're going to get it to monetization, but you're not really going to get too much out of it unless you work it. So my three are going to be just rolling around, and like last month, 2 of them crossed over the $100 mark. So I got one of them was like $220, and the other one was like $140. So I got that combined. So I got like $365 or something. That's the biggest payout I've ever had from YouTube.
The biggest one I've had so far was $345.
Well, that was 2 channels to get me to do it, and I've been working hard for it.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's the only reason why I got that is because I had that tiny building delivered that had over 36,000 views.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
I think the channel you're speaking about has a 5-year plan. I don't know what the content is going to be, but I think that's why he said, let's get this one monetized too. I think there is a plan.
For YouTube
Gary's?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's good.
But I don't know what it is because I don't think he knows what it is yet. But it was one of those let's have it and not need it versus need it and not have it moments, right?
You know why I got monetized? I just wanted to see if I could.
That was my goal too.
The chase, the challenge,
Yep. And I did it in one weekend, all because I went to a YouTube meetup. I gained over 600 subs.
Yeah, awesome.
And now I'm just
like
sorry,
yeah.
go ahead.
But what my friend, like, talking about all that, right? This is the blueprint for a channel, right? Is to not tell nobody. Yeah, like this is the channels that you see, like a story and some graphics, and then someone talks about the history of a place, or this TV celebrity's died over whatever, like all these channels. What you do, you start your channel. If you do an extra channel, right? This is what my mate told me. Start your channel. Tell nobody. Just do it. And when you upload your videos, even though you got no subscribers and you got no viewers or nothing, your first video is going to get a handful of views, and you'll pick up a few subscribers because they'll just jump on because you're brand new. Then the second one, you do another video, you'll snowball, and then it'll snowball, and it'll get bigger and slow. And the organic, I'll say it again, the organic growth will be the thing that the algorithm knows where to put your video. Like, who's going to watch Radio Jonesy, and it's going to be all these people. Well, I haven't done that. Like, I've still got like probably say 300 or 400 come over from on tour with Radio Jonesy, and they probably don't even watch that channel, and they've come onto this channel. So I've sort of done this one wrong from the start again, but I'm trying to rectify it now, trying to get the 10% rule, like the next. Now I'm working on the 10%. So if I got my 1,000, I need 100 views, and I'm sort of roughly there. Some weeks I'm getting good views, other weeks I'm getting like 70, 80. Sometimes I get 1,000, but
yeah, I see what you're getting there, because like on mine, for my content, it depends on what it is. Like the Christmas ribs that I did.
Yeah.
Okay. I got over 16K views on that. Then right after that, I got 261 views for the next video. But then I turned around and I do that.
You went from cooking. You went from cooking your Christmas stuff, right. And what was your next video?
It was helping a friend I was putting on the roof of my tiny house.
Well, that's the thing with the algorithm, right? So all these people come in and watched your cooking, mm-hmm. and then your next one was you're working on a roof. Right. So the people that wanted to see you cooking have gone, I don't want to watch this. He's working on a roof. Like that's how the stupid system works.
And then I put that music video out for my intro. Yeah. And that turned around and got 18K.
Nice.
So did you pay for a promotion on that one, Ed?
No.
Okay.
All I did was we put it up, and I was like, let's see where this goes. Especially the music video one.
Yep.
I wanted to see if it would do anything. And it hasn't.
So I'm wondering, Jonesy, have you heard any creators that you know of your little behind the scenes chats that you have that YouTube is also pumping out the whole music vibe? If it's a music or no?
No, my contacts say keep music out of your videos. That's what they're saying, because even though you're doing AI stuff now and you're putting AI music in, they're saying, like, if you're going to put music in an AI thing, do it at the start or do it at the end. Way you sort of do your intro and your outro, because when it becomes someone's going to put a claim in on it and it becomes unmonetized, then you just trim it, cut it, and there's no intro. It just goes straight to you at the start.
Yeah, because see, like
there's
my
even
next
like
video,
a whole music tab now with YouTube. Like they have their own. Is it YouTube Music? Okay, here I don't remember what it's called. Go ahead.
YouTube Music. I have two. I don't have strikes against me, but I'm sharing revenue with two different songs. But it came from YouTube.
Yeah.
So I fought it just the other day. I put in a disclaimer for it, and I won, and they took it off. So I'm not sharing no more.
Well, all my music on where I've on on my ARI, or Australian Radio Indie, I've got hundreds of film clips that I've filmed bands, and then I put a bunch of those on tour with Radio Jonesy. Two little kids on a little mini bike running up the road. And with those, the monetization is either me 100% or shared with an artist. So I'm actually getting some revenue out of that. But if it was a music channel only, I'd be laughing because they're not getting thousands and thousands of views. Unfortunately, but it's interesting the way they're doing it. But I'm told that Sony Music's buying up Suno. So once everyone's doing their music on Suno, I don't know how it's going to work, but they're saying there'll be a claim on a Suno song. Like if you do your song on Suno, Suno owns the rights to it. That's what will happen. So they're saying unless you write the music yourself, play the music yourself, do the things yourself, you own it. Even then you might have issues. But my friends is telling me if you're going to play music, do it at your own peril, because they're not doing it. They're saying music's just too risky at the moment.
Yeah. Because my next video that I want to put out, it's with me working on my tiny house. I did the time lapse, so there's no sound at all for like 3 or 4 minutes. You're just watching me work.
Yeah.
So I need to put something there to make.
You could come in and go, like, make a little sound, like go
voiceover.
Yeah, here I go again. I'm running around the track. I'm up the ladder. I'm on the whatever you could be saying. Oh man, look at me go. This is the way I should be working 24/7. If I could work this fast normally, I'd be an absolute legend. And you could just something funny maybe. But
I never thought about doing a voiceover on it.
I'm trying to keep away from music. I'm like, me, I'm a music nut.
Right.
But I'm just trying to run this now as a penny pinching enterprise. I'm trying to get some money out of YouTube.
Really. They take enough from us.
Well, that's another thing too. You got to. This is a bit like, I should be saying this not here, but this is what they said. You've got to be not giving it away. You've got to be taking it. So it's got to be not like do the big channels. Are they joining other channels as members? No, they're not. Are the big channels coming in and giving super chats? No, they're not. They're all takers. They're all like bloodsuckers, leeches. I don't know what you want to call them, but that's how the money's made. They're not giving it away. They're getting their little share, and it's there. They're not saying, I'm making this amount, but since I've made this amount, I'm going to give half of that away to my friends, which I've got a budget, what I do every month. So I've got a budget. So I give away bits of cash here and memberships there, and then I do this. But every now and again, someone gets the chop, and then because I've jumped on somebody else, like somebody that maybe their channel is stopped or they're just not doing stuff, and I thought, well, why am I a member here? I'm out of it, unfortunately.
Right, and I get that. And right now, the reason why my tiny house is on hold is because I need to save up the money, because the next project is me putting all electrical in. Well, that's $450 right there.
Yeah, mate. Yep.
And that's only for 3 things: the electrical box and the 2 rolls of wire. I have everything else already, like the electrical boxes and stuff like that to put in.
Yeah.
It's just the wire and the big panel is going to cost me a fortune.
And we're not allowed to do any of that work here. We've got to it's got to be signed off. If you want to do electrical work in your house, by rights, you're not allowed to do your stuff. You got to have a licensed electrician to sign off on it.
The reason why I can get away with it here is because it was a building, an existing building that I had brought here. So I can do anything inside without having a permit.
Nice.
Like if I go the house I'm in now, my parents' house, which you've seen,
Yeah.
I can actually take out the floor, put big posts up to hold the roof up. I can rebuild a house inside this house and tear this house down without having a permit.
Nice.
Because they said as long as it's inside the four walls and they can't see it, they can't charge me for it.
Yeah, it's like here. I want to take this window out and make a double door. Right here, this is big window.
Yeah.
Now I want to take this out and make this a big double door, and then go outside there to a deck.
Right.
Like have a deck there that walks that way to the stairs, so it's a bit easier coming in, so we don't have to.
Right, but you got to hire that out.
Yeah, I got. Well, not really. I've just got to be signed off by the building inspector once the work's done.
Oh, okay.
So you could do the job.
That is a beautiful site.
Yeah, man. You sort of take it for granted, but then look at that weather now. Like we've had rain, sunshine, all sorts of weather. Now it's I'm always looking back to the beach. Like behind me here, the beach. I got to look over my left shoulder.
Yeah.
It's low tide, or the tide's starting to change now. It's just starting to come in a little bit, but man, the waves are just little shore lappers. They're not big waves. It looks absolutely lovely down there right now.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, mate. Well, jump on a plane, Ed. You can get to see it one day.
Yeah. Yep, that would be nice.
Well, yeah, it's always a possibility. You got your passport yet?
No.
Everyone says that. My daughter's getting her passport. Well, she's going down to sort it out tomorrow. Okay. So she's off to Japan in a couple of months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her and a couple of friends are. Sugar, what did I do? You still there? Yep.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, going over to Japan, sussing out work opportunities, housing. There's a lot of work over there for English teachers. Mm-hmm. The schools will hire you if you got a university degree, and they've all got different degrees. And then they're gonna. You can buy secondhand. You can buy there's abandoned houses and stuff over there. So they're just sussing it all out to see if, as well as having a bit of a holiday as well. But they're sussing all that out to see, if they could buy a place, is it livable straight away? There's two of them going there's a couple and her, so she's going, well, I'll buy a place. If I can get it for the right price. And they're saying, well, if you buy a place, we'll move in with you until we find a place and we can all live in that same place and help fix it up. And they're all talking this sort of lingo at the moment. They're all either late 20s or early 30s, the three of them. So, they've got their lives ahead of them. No kids, no children. They can make these adventures.
My goal is just finish out my tiny house, move into it by next winter, add on to it, and tear this one down, which is going to be heartbreaking and very hard for me to do. But I'm going to keep a lot of the lumber that's still good in this house and the ceiling, and put it back into the tiny house that I'm going to add on with.
Yeah, man, that gives you a nice feeling that the heart and the soul of the place is still there.
Yeah. And it's still part of my parents,
Yeah, I hear you.
Even if it looks brand new, the wood inside it and inside those walls are still my parents. All right, Jonesy, I want to come up and just say hi to you, both of you, chit chat for a little bit. It's 1:35 in the morning for me.
just before you
I need to
go,
go to bed.
just before you go,
Yes, sir.
talking about your parents and stuff. Man, I had this weirdest experience. That's the thumbnail.
That's awesome.
If you see that video on my channel,
Yeah.
if you go have a look at that, mate, I had the weirdest experience. Someone stopped me down the street and said, I have someone here who wants to talk to you. And they're there by themselves. And I go, well, who is it? And they said the person, which was my late mother. And then had this conversation for about 20 odd minutes. And it was freaky, but now I'm saying it's amazing, but at the time I was sort of going, what the hell is this Sheila going to be? Am I getting scammed here? What, I thought the worst, but
yeah, I'll go check that out. Yeah, I just went through YouTube this morning and I went to channels. I'm like, I know these people ain't following me. I don't see nothing from them. I got rid of over close to 1,000 channels.
1,000? Jeez.
Yeah. I had over.
Yeah, that you were subscribed to that you don't give a hoot about anymore.
Well, no, they're just not doing content. They're not around anymore. They disappeared. And I know they're not following me.
Yeah, that's the organic thing again, Ed. So get the organic thing going. As soon as you see Jerry, organic growth.
He'll be in my live tomorrow.
Just chuck growth in at the end of it. Just talk about, hey, I'm really loving the way I've grown this channel. It's been so organic and the growth is amazing. And you watch him fly off the handle.
He'll probably have a heart attack.
Oh, man. Anyway.
You missed Eddie and Jerry in a competition of making cheesecake.
Cheesecake, yep.
I seen they were live, yeah.
Jerry did just one single cheesecake. Eddie had to do 2. And it looked bad. I don't think it's going to turn out good.
Oh, no.
I'll have to ask Eddie, how'd your cheesecakes come out? If he said he had to throw them out, I'm going to laugh.
Gandalf, welcome back.
His was lumpy.
Oh, it was lumpy. Okay.
We're about to hang up, Gandalf, because Ed's going to sleep. I've got to cook dinner, and it's now nearly 20 to 7. And dinner should have been about an hour and a bit ago.
And you're cooking for your wife?
Yeah.
And you're on YouTube?
Yeah. Well,
if we don't see Jonesy anymore after tonight, we know why.
I cooked her a good lunch. So why have I turned into the chef at the house? I do not know. She works hard, but
isn't it just leftovers? Is that what's going on? No.
Today, no. I'll be cooking some steaks or some chicken breasts. I'm not sure what we're cooking something.
Well, I'll have my video out of this beef brisket that I just cooked, of me cutting it open and all that tomorrow.
All right, mate. Well, looking forward to catching up with you. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate
Not
you.
a problem, Jonesy. I love your channel. I love you to death. You're awesome. And keep up the great work. And Shawnee, you do the same. You are freaking amazing.
And around, Ed. Thank you.
I'm going to be doing gardening, and I do know how to garden. You can ask Homestead Aquarius, but I'm going to need some pointers from you because I can't outdo you. I can beat Homestead Aquarius and a couple other people, but you, I need your pointers.
Yeah, we'll get you set up with organic matter, harvesting, getting your soil. Because
before I leave, I have to do a garden, at least 2 garden beds this year to prove to the county that I have a homestead, or they're going to jack up my taxes.
What size do they have to be?
They didn't really say. They just said I have to prove that I'm doing gardening or homesteading here. And I said, well, garden beds? They're like, yeah, if you can get a couple garden beds going, that'll prove to us.
Right. Potatoes. Easy and quick. They sprout up seed potatoes. And
I can't believe they don't have a regulation on size. That shocks me.
They don't. Well, I'm fixing to turn my whole entire backyard into a garden, which is going to be 50 foot wide and about 90 foot long.
Yeah, you said you're going to grow for the pantry or the church or something. Yeah.
Well, for the community. And Homestead Aquarius, you know better than that. Says I don't know how to garden.
Watch out for the wildlife, Ed.
Well, when I was on his team during Shed Wars, the other captain, I was kidding around with him. I'm like, yeah, I just got 6 of these pots I was growing in. And he kept running his mouth. I said, yeah, why don't you look at my real garden? And I started walking, and you can see it behind me. He's like, how big is that? I go, it's 50 foot long and about 30 foot wide. He's like, you lied to us, blah, blah, blah. That was funny. All right. Good night, guys.
See you, mate. Thanks for coming. Oh.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Shawnee, for coming in. Oh, man, I've just lost my voice.
You're very
I sound
welcome.
like a school kid.
Thanks for providing this space for us to have a conversation and hang out and catch up.
Man, 3.5 hours. I've never done a live that long in a long time. So, yeah, thanks, Shawnee. Thanks, everyone, for popping in. That's Robert, Gandalf. They're the 2 mainstays. Troy, thanks for popping in. And whoever else is floating around. But, yeah, whoever, we had Peter, we had all sorts of wonderful community members. And we had the good old Quint Nelson. He was in earlier on too. So thanks, everyone. I'm going to try to get some soothers into this throat of mine and get it back to where it should be. All right. Thank you, Shawnee. Until we meet again, it's goodbye from me. You got anything to say before you go?
If you've made it this far in the video, put closing crew in the comment section. Remember to grow every day in every way, and come over to my channel for a mystery seed haul coming up soon.
With Shawnee Grows. Good night, everybody.